Howdy everybody, and welcome to today's episode of the Debauchery Circus Campaign here on the Random Rhapsody Network. As always, we are live streaming our sessions on twitch.tv first, and then we'll be uploading the episodes to YouTube and podcast 1 week later. If you enjoy what you see here, feel free to follow us here on Twitch, subscribe to us on YouTube, and you can check us out on Facebook as Random Rhapsody TV or on Twitter as @random_Rhapsody. Now, when we last left off, the Debauchery Circus was still reeling from the deaths of their two companions, Finn and Tergot. Once their friends were laid to rest, Fantine and Ormr returned to the castle to report to the king and be given the task that they still owed him. Not being completely unsympathetic, the king decreed that he would assign 3 more adventurers to aid the remaining members of the Debauchery Circus on their mission. After a brief period of mourning, Fantine and Ormr were joined by a rabbit-folk wizard named Cameron and a human druid named Blazner. Furthermore, the group was surprised to find that the party's former ward, Edmund Coltrast, would be joining the group as well. The newly formed party then reported to the Institute Arcanum, where they were teleported as close as they could towards their new assignment, the village of Greenridge. Once the group arrived, they met with the mayor of the village, who informed them that all of the farms around the village had been having their livestock stolen in the dead of night. The group questioned around town, and they soon discovered that a visiting merchant had also been robbed on its way into town. The circus decided next to visit the scene of the most recent theft at the farm of an old gnome named Herschel. The group quickly discovered some unusual tracks leading away from the farm and heading in the north that they decided to follow. Throughout most of the day, they traveled, continuing to find and lose, then find the trail again, and it eventually led them into the Greenridge Mountains themselves. And so, Debauchery Circus. After following this thieves' trail for many hours into the night, you eventually decided to settle down in an out-of-the-way alcove in the hills and make camp. Fantine and Edmund had set up their tents, Blazner started making dinner, and while they were doing this, Cameron and the newly named Novo scouted the area around the camp. After searching the cliff walls around the camp, you all eventually found what you believed to be a hidden door set into the stone. You could just see the outline hidden in the stone itself. As the two of you lock eyes together, you realize exactly what you found. But as you do, a question comes to each of your minds. And the question is, what does your character think is the true meaning of life? And Cameron, since you were the one who rolled, why don't you go ahead and go first?
Well, the true meaning of life is to give life meaning, isn't it? It's to discover your own purpose and change and shape the world as you see it.
I couldn't agree more. Blazner, how about you?
Just find whatever makes you happy and do that as long as you can.
Yeah, most certainly. Fantine, how about you?
To express yourself to the fullest extent.
Okay. And Novo, how about you?
The true meaning of life would be to wander and explore as far as you can, and then at the end of your life, go back and procreate and carry on your genes and possibly your legacy.
Legacy is something everybody hopes to achieve. Okay. So, Debauchery Circus. As you can see now, I've given you a map of the campsite that you guys are currently at. Fantine and Edmund, there you are. With the tents, Blazenir with your bonfire, the three of you have been kind of setting up. Cameron and Novo are a little ways around the corner where they had found that hidden door. So, Debauchery Circus, what would you like to do today?
Did we rest already? We're starting the same night, right?
Yeah, it is the same night, so it's
Okay.
probably around 10 o'clock in the evening. Hey, Hellhound, thanks.
Do I know about the
it's
door
not
yet,
there.
or?
No, the Cameron and Novo have just found it, but they can easily come and tell everybody.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll come over and tell everybody what we found. So, it appears that my calculations were correct. The stone mages created a doorway in the mountainside that we have discovered.
Would you like me to seal up the door for you? I might be able to do that.
No, I'm assuming that if we follow it, it would lead us to the thieves.
Well, I'm just saying because we're gonna sleep, and we don't want those people to get out.
Oh, you mean temporarily?
Yes, I can get it back tomorrow, but
Seems fine to me.
it's
Yeah, that
not-
seems like a good idea. I'd like to have some dinner. What are you cooking?
Oh, it's a little bit of a salad with a very it's right here. I had that cabbage from earlier, and
And so he starts
Cooked
passing out
cabbage.
to everybody a meal of cooked cabbage in water, I guess?
well, Edmund gave me some of his
Boiled
rations.
cabbage?
Oh, that's
Edmund
right.
Yeah.
That's right. Edmund did give you some of his rations, so you could probably have made a fairly decent stew out of that.
I stuff my face with stew.
But that spell I did a little bit ago, where I was talking to those plants, I can kind of have them try to seal up the door a little bit. I don't know how well it's going to work.
I mean, it's worth a go.
It is. I think that's all I have.
A statement
can
of
help.
a true researcher. I don't know how well it's going to go, but I'm certainly willing to try.
So
It's only science if you write it down.
what are you trying to do, Blazenir?
The speak with plants spell. I can have the plants move around a bit. I'm trying to read it.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and pop that into chat for everybody?
Yeah, so I can kind of make it I guess I can make it difficult terrain, but I was thinking like I could have the vines, wrap it, kind of get around the door, try, make it so that the door isn't really easy to open.
So if you're talking about the bush that you had spoken to earlier, that
No.
was probably about an hour.
No, I'm talking. I can talk to any plants.
So
I'm just talking to plants, in general.
So just around this area, just so you know, the only plants you're really seeing are a little bit of grass, maybe some creepers between rocks. There's not a lot here.
I could use plant growth, possibly, but that'd be a bit much.
I mean, yeah. So you do have a plant growth spell. What does that do specifically?
If I just do the instantaneous cast, it makes all normal plants in a 100-foot radius become thick and overgrown. I think I can choose areas not to be affected, I thought.
Okay, so you
don't know.
could probably use your plant growth spell around that door to have the vines and creepers and whatnot grow over it and heavily cover it, if that's what you're trying to do.
Does that sound like a good idea? Everyone else? Voices.
Fine. You can always
I
ask
think
the
it's-
plants to move later.
Yeah, I think it's better than nothing, and we can definitely still have someone stay up and keep watch, obviously.
Oh yeah, I wasn't expecting this to be a, it's just more of a, hey, trying to not get them to steal anything else, because that's
If
probably
anything else, it'll buy us some time.
yeah.
So I will point out that in the Speak with Plant spell, it literally says, this spell doesn't enable plants to uproot themselves and move about.
Yeah, I wasn't
But they can move
thinking
the
of
branches.
uprooting them. I thought, if there was vines around, they could shift over
Like
to be.
Yeah, this is a mountainous, hilly region. It's more
Uh,
thin grasses and like the type of plants that can grow between rocks. It's not like a lot. If you use your other spell, the one that affects plants, you could make them like cause difficult terrain in the area around the door, something like that, or to have vines like cover around it to make it difficult to walk through. It won't, but that's really about what it can do. If I'm remembering the spell correctly, you can pop it in the chat to see if it says something different. But
Yeah, that's more of like a large area type of thing, though.
yeah, so you would basically, what you would be doing is turning that into an area of rough terrain. So it wouldn't stop them from coming through it. It would just make them move slower. Does that make sense?
It would
I
also
kind of still think it's a good
probably-
idea.
It would also probably be loud enough that we could hear them, since it says you have to spend 4 feet of movement for every 1 foot that you move.
Yeah, I just wanted to make it clear that
Be
it
ripping
wouldn't
through
it wouldn't like seal the door closed. That's all.
No.
Because that's what sounded like you were asking.
Well, I was thinking that there might have been vines or some sort of something growing on the walls that could
Right.
affect.
And maybe not necessarily seal the doors closed, but like at least
Just-
offer resistance. So
Yeah, you
It
could
gives
definitely
us a bit of time.
definitely do that with the spell.
Do it.
All right, so I'll do that then.
Okay. So you cast the spell. I assume you have enough spell slots for that.
Yeah,
You cast the
use mine.
spell plant growth, and it's a 100-foot radius. It's pretty freaking big.
Yeah, that's what I was asking, like everyone else, if
I think it's fine.
Like, you could-
And then you could.
I can also exclude one or more areas of any size.
Yeah, so
within-
you could like have
Yeah.
it so that it stops right about here and just covers all the area around here. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I was because what it sounds like to me, I can just kind of target it because I can exclude anywhere I want. This it just says one or more areas of any size within the spell's area.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so what size are you making in front of the door so that we can do this?
I'll have it affect every the area around the door, and it won't affect anywhere near the camp. Kind of be a little bare patch there.
So, like, 20-foot radius sphere?
I guess. Yeah.
Okay. We've done it. Let's move on.
Yeah, there you go. You got your big O circle there. That all that area is now. You cast a spell, and all these plants just go shooting up, really, really high. Like imagine a wild area of grass, just really super high, like 3, maybe 4 feet in several places. Grains begin to form along it, and as you do that, then the vines hanging around the cliff begin to grow thicker and heavier and creep down and go around and in front of the door, kind of obscuring it a little bit and that sort of thing. And so you got this big wide area of grass now.
Alright, that might do something, I hope. And I'll kind of...
It does make it difficult terrain.
Doesn't it kind of make it more than difficult? Because it's 4 feet for every 1 foot?
Yeah.
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 Okay, there's some plants. I get it. I'm ready.
You know, let's
15 minutes
kinda,
talking about this spell.
can we just dwell on these plants? Like, honestly, what do they
I want
look
to talk
like?
more about how many feet of movement does it take?
So
Tell me again.
that's 20 foot per square.
Wow, that's
I know.
crazy.
I know. It's strange. That's like
wild.
That's like double what it do for difficult terrain.
Can you see the circle? Because I put one out there, but it's like...
No, I can't. Is it on the GM layer?
Yeah, but I can't, like, select it. That's what's weird about it.
Gotta put a circle on top of the circle.
There we go.
Damn!
So there you go.
Nice.
Giant-ass circle
Ain't
of grass.
nobody's gonna get us from the road, either. So, these are some good plants.
They are indeed. So you cast your spell, you have your plants. What else are you doing tonight?
Yeah. So oh, this is not my voice. How's dinner?
How is dinner? Can he make a roll for how good he did?
I imagine it's fairly decent. Go for it. Make a performance check.
Performance?
Oh yeah,
13.
Yeah, it's not bad.
it's a decent dinner.
Yeah, it's a decent
It's
stew.
very good, Blazenier. Thank you. Haven't had boiled cabbage quite like this in a while.
Well, I mean, there's other things in it, but the cabbage really makes the dish.
Yeah, the cabbage is a really overwhelming taste. I'm not sure what it is about this cabbage. It's like
Well, I mean,
100% cabbage.
To be fair, Edmund just kind of gave me a bunch of dried rations, and I didn't know what to do with them. So
Thank you, Edmund, for your donation.
Oh, and anytime. Yeah, you just cook it in water to rehydrate, and you get some stews and whatnot.
but yes, thank you. Anyway, I'm quite tired, so, and I don't think I should be watching during night, considering my eyes. So,
Well, I assume if you guys are going to go ahead and camp down for the night, who's taking first watch?
I'll take first watch with my globe.
I can take second.
We'll take third.
I'll take whichever one's last, so I have my spells change.
Okay.
That would be the fourth. Oh wait, no, we got Edmund too. Are we doing 5 watches or?
4.
Yeah, I think it's 2 hours each, so 4 gets us through the day, through the night.
Matt, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Feel free to not tell if this is too metagamey. If I were to teach Edmund, would he get more sorcerer levels, or?
I mean, being around you guys, he's learning and picking things up. I'm using the companion rules for him, so basically, his level is dependent on your level.
Right.
He'll never be.
But it's
more
like-
than, he'll never be more than half of what your level is. So
Right,
now,
and-
But he's taking it's simplified, like magic user levels, or is he taking specifically sorcerer levels?
he took 1 level of sorcerer.
Okay.
And that was just being around, mostly being around Finn and a little bit around you, learning about magic. He just, in that proximity, he exuded magic and became a sorcerer. So I imagine from here on out, he's just going to take either ranger or sorcerer levels.
Okay, good.
Yeah, because
I just-
otherwise you get to a crazy
I just wanted
multi-class.
to make, yeah, I wanted to make sure that I was going to be able to teach him without him, suddenly being a wizard and a sorcerer at the same time, and that would be
No.
bad.
No, you
Cool.
could spend your time working with him, explaining to him spells, and he'll just pick it up. And it's going to be based on his innate magic. So while
Cool.
like he's not going to learn spells the way you learn spells, but working together, he might choose spells that you have because of your working together. If that makes sense.
That's fine. Cool. Well, then I can teach him freely.
Yep, absolutely. Okay. Well, and so you guys all sit down, get yourselves ready for bed, and begin your watch. So go ahead, who's ever going first, make your first perception check.
That's me. Let me open up things. Okay. Perception. And perception.
Okay.
So I got a 6, and Fidget got a 14.
So you're sitting there with your globe, and
Though it has advantage if it's sight-based.
what's that?
My hummingbird has advantage on perception if it's sight-based.
Well, I would imagine he's looking with his sight.
Okay. Also a 14. Wow.
So the two of you settle in. Fidget is much more observant than you are. You sit down, pull out your magic book, begin figuring out what your spells are going to be for the next day, and for those 2 hours, you're just lost in thought, lost in your magic and your research and that sort of thing. And you barely look up at all. Fidget buzzes around the campsite for those 2 hours, looking everywhere he can. His view is a little bit limited because it is, night, and he can only see as far as the light goes, but he is keeping an eye out. And for those 2 hours, nothing happens.
Cool.
Okay, who is next?
That would be.
Okay, so you wake up Novo.
That is a dirty 20.
Okay. So you're watching as carefully as you can for the first hour of your watch. And with your high perception, you do hear over around the cliffside at a bit of a grinding sound that you just barely are able to make out. It alerts you immediately, and your eyes go over there. And you do see a beam of light coming out from that area. You can hear a bit of whispering, but it's hard to make out. And you don't speak that language. And then the light disappears.
Okay, you said that was within my first hour?
Yeah, that was at the end of your first hour of watch. Then you see that light open. That almost as you can assume, the door opened. They looked. The door closed.
I'm just gonna kind of keep watch. I'm gonna be worried about here, but
Okay. You continue watching at the edge of the tall grass, keeping your eye in that area, and you move so you can see around the cliffside a little bit, and keep your eye on that door space. And for the next hour, you continue to watch there, looking extremely carefully. The door does not open again, and no sounds come.
okay. Well, then I'm gonna wake up at the end of my watch. Fantine, I think, was the next one. I'm gonna wake up Fantine, and I'm gonna let her know what I saw, and give her a heads up to kind of really watch that area.
All right. I will watch it very closely.
Okay.
And I also tell her, wake me up if anything happens, and
Okay, I'm gonna stand within polearm range of what is it, Novo? So that I can poke her with my glaive if anything happens.
Okay, fair enough. Go ahead and Novo gets into her bedroll, lays down. Go ahead and make your perception check.
Okie dokie. 16.
So, about 30 minutes into your watch, you do see a bit of light come out from that area, and you look over there and you can see you kind of get right up to the grass and peek around, and you can see a little bit of light, as though the door has been slightly pulled open.
I narrow my eyes. Is it just staying open?
So you can hear a little bit of murmuring, not a lot, but it's very faint. Like you can just barely make it out with your 16.
And I don't see any person?
You cannot see a person, not from your angle. You can see that the door is slightly ajar, and light is coming from the inside of it.
You'd probably have to try and get closer.
I'm gonna...
Yeah, because I mean, you're 50 feet away and it's at a bad angle. There's rocks right in here, so all you're seeing is the shaft of light kind of coming out from like there.
Okay. So this would be... I don't want to get stuck in these plants. So if they're just sitting there like continuing to stare for a little bit, I think I would wait like maybe 20 seconds or so, and then I would poke Ormr or Novo if they seem like they're really trying to get a good look at us.
Okay. Well, it is definitely open because you could see the light coming out from it. But, you know, you had the bad angle. You couldn't see inside of it whatsoever. You do go over and poke Novo awake.
Novo, wake up! They're looking at us!
I kind of shake, shudder, wake up, and look over. Kind of shuffle over this way.
So basically, the people in there are like, they open the door and they see a tall grass just right outside, vines. Like, you're like, what the fuck?
Can you see inside?
And can I do a perception check to see what?
Yeah, you can do another perception check.
Can I do with advantage since I have, since I'm looking specifically for it.
Well, without a perception check, you can see the light, and from there, you're at a really bad angle. You would have to get right over here to the cliff's edge to be able to see it at all, to see towards the door. If you do that, you could make a roll, but it's not going to be an advantage. No.
I'm gonna go over here. You said I need to be.
I'll join you.
Over here?
I mean, you both can make perception checks on your own.
Okay.
That would be a 12.
Ooh, big 7.
Even at the angle, you can see the door open, and you kind of move to that edge, and you're peering up over the tall grass. You can see the crack in the wall now. You can see that it is open, and there's an orangish light that's coming out from it. No doubt from a torch or a lantern or something like that. You stand there for about a minute, looking, trying to peer out, but it's just a crack, and there was all those vines that were over the door too, so that kind of really makes it difficult to see anything inside. Every so often, you think there might be like some movement, but it's hard to tell. And then after about a minute or so goes by, the door closes once again.
All right, Novo, you may return to your slumber, and I'll keep watching. If everybody can get a rest, that's the best.
Yeah, I'll let her know again, Let me know if we have any trouble, and we'll wake everybody else up when if and when danger comes.
Okay. I sit here with my penny whistle, ready to blow at it.
Fair enough.
I'm
Well-
not a very good musician.
You sit there for the rest of your watch, and the door does not open again.
All right. Okay. Then I'm gonna go wake up Blazing at the end of my watch.
Okay.
Oh, good morning. Anything cool? No, probably not.
That door has been peeking open. Well, it peeked open once, but they haven't popped out since. So hopefully they're not creeping around invisibly or anything.
Well, are the vines still in front of the door?
Indeed, they are.
Then probably not.
Sounds great. It's your turn.
Oh,
I'm gonna-
lovely.
I'm gonna go shuffle my cards.
Is it still dark outside?
It is still dark out. You've got about an hour till dawn.
Okay, let's get this over as I can't see a thing here. Is the campfire still going?
Yeah, the campfire's still going.
Resilient.
Does it not show you light right now? It should be.
No, it does. I don't know. Okay. Do my perception check then. $24.
Okay. You're kind of walking around the edge of the campfire, keeping your eye out, occasionally going over towards the grass. About an hour and a half goes by. And then as you're standing over here looking through the grass at that door, you see the door open once again. You can see light begin streaming through the vines in front of it. And then you see the vines catch fire.
I'm gonna use control flames to stop that.
Well, you could, except for as the door as the flames burn, and you begin to you cast control flames to try to stop them, and you're dousing them. The vines spread and push forward, and a fire elemental comes pushing through the door. And as it comes through, burning the vines over the door and steps out into the open, that tall grass begins to just catch fire around where it stands. And it looks at you, and you look at it.
I say in Druidic, good day, sir. I'm friendly.
Well, you'll have a chance to
Wait.
test that. Roll for initiative.
Too bad. That's not the language of elementals.
No, but I think it's something else.
Should everybody roll?
Yes. Well, you guys are all asleep, but yes, everyone should roll for initiative.
Did we establish that I do like a trance? Or it was like I
31.
slept for 4 hours and then transferred. I can't remember what we established.
Yeah, you sleep. You can have to sleep for 4 hours, and then you could be up again.
Okay, I'm up.
I have a question. Did I technically finish a long rest, or so I can get my spells back, or would that be after everything?
It would be after everything, because that's when you get up in the morning and you prepare them.
Okay, just making sure.
Cool.
How do you get a 31 for initiative?
Because I have a plus 17 bonus.
Dear Lord.
How the hell do you have a plus 17 bonus?
I get to add dexterity, I get to add my proficiency bonus, I get to add my intelligence modifier, I get a plus 5 from having the alert feat.
Oh yeah.
Ugh.
He's a rabbit, so he's always on the lookout for predators.
Yeah,
I
pretty
thought
much.
that it was very thematic that a very, very anxious rabbit who is also a time mage would be very difficult to surprise because he's always worrying about everything.
Oh, it makes
Got his head
total
on the
sense
swivel,
for
boys.
me. It makes total sense for me, but definitely other people. It's good to hear it for the audience.
Yeah.
So the audience doesn't think we're cheating. I am definitely cheating with my half-elf, what we've established for my sleeping. So don't at me, that's not how it's written in the
Yes.
player's handbook.
For the audience, it's +4 from dexterity, it's +3 from my proficiency currently, it's +5 from my intelligence modifier, and then taking my charisma down to 8 at the start gave me a feat, which I took alert, which gave me +5.
Yeah, I run some fun games. Okay, so in this moment, Cameron is first in the order. Blazenir has just called out. He had just seen a flame elemental and called out, "Oh shit!" Basically, Cameron, I want you. You're asleep, so I
Yep.
want you to make a perception check.
Sure. Here's a question. Does my familiar have to sleep? I don't believe so.
I don't
because
think so, technically.
it's... Okay, so could he be trying to wake me up then?
On its turn.
Check him.
Oh, do I need to roll initiative for him too?
Yeah, you need to roll initiative for him too.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll my d20.
No, that's... Hang on. That's
Bitch.
his. How do I add it to...
Oh, you should just would have clicked on him. I can do it.
Okay.
Yeah, click on fidget before you roll, just like your
Sure.
character.
Okay. And then, yeah, he's got a 9. Okay.
Okay, so on his turn, yes, he would be able to try to wake you up.
Okay.
For your 6th perception, you are sound asleep. You are snoring a little bit. There's a pillow over your head. You have no clue what the hell's going on. So, we move to Blazenir. Blazenir, you have just seen all of the plants burn away as this fire elemental steps forward into the doorway, which is now wide open. The tall grass that was underneath it is beginning to sear away or something like that. Hey, Mind of Rocco.
I'm not prepared for this
Yep.
at all. I'm a fire druid. How am I supposed to fight a fire elemental? Did I get my druidic out at the start?
Your what?
The druidic. I said something in druidic at the start, did I?
Oh, you said something, yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Alright, yeah, I only have fire spells prepared, so I'm gonna run over to Ormr and, kind of just start tapping her on the head.
Okay, so you run over
Novo.
and yeah, you run over to Novo and use your action to wake her up, which you absolutely can do. And
Hey.
you grab her and shake her head, and Novo, your eyes go wide open, and you just see Blazenir standing over you with a look of concern on his face.
Hello, we've got the fire thing. I'm not good at fighting fire things. I'm good at starting fires. So, you know, help.
I guess I'll wait for my turn though. For what I do.
Oh yeah, you definitely wait for your turn. But that's Blazenir's turn. So Fantine, roll your perception. See if you're awake. Oh wait a minute, you would have been awake.
Well, yeah, you said I could be up.
Yeah, you would have been awake. So you did hear Blazenir, you did see him come running over, shaking Novo, yelling about a fire elemental.
Okay, I'm gonna map 5, 10, 15,
Is
20,
Edmund in the rotation?
Thank you. I did forget to put Edmund in the rotation.
Let me think. Trying to see how far I can get from my current location. 5, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I think if I go over here. This would probably be my best bet. So it's like just on the edge of my range, but I want to cast Fairy Fire in a 20-foot cube. So this elemental, and then as deep inside the door as I can go.
Okay, I like it. Let me draw something here real quick. So that's a 20-foot cube.
Yeah, so 20 foot on a side. So if I can catch him in the corner and get deep in that cave, that would be great. Show me your master. I want to speak with him.
So basically right about there, which if we're thinking about this more in a three-dimensional kind of term.
Yeah.
You're casting this towards the door, back behind as much as you can. You don't have much of a visual on it, but you can see him and you can see the door open. So that is a... What's this? Okay, what is that? Concentration? No, wait a minute.
So concentration
Dex.
up to a minute.
Dex.
They need to make a dex save, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to find, dex save. Mind, it is... Yes, it is on Roll20. All the maps that I use, I make with Dungeon Draft, and the art that we use is actually made by one of my players here.
Get my spell slot down.
Oh, that I rolled for Edmund. That's my bad. Ignore.
Edmund, you failed.
Yep, Edmund failed.
No, you should have to take that roll and just add their bonus.
That's a 17.
You should make him use that 7.
Yeah, you wish.
I'm gonna think about this next time. Next time when I roll a persuasion instead of a perception, I'll be like, you gotta reuse it.
Well, it's a good thing that I'm the DM, isn't it?
Okay, all these other ones fail though. Actually, I'm gonna use my reaction to say that he actually did roll that 7, because I did get a 7. So
You did get a 7?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. So yes, I will allow that. Using your connection to your patron, you modify reality just for a moment, and you feel the spell connect in that general area.
So they all are highlighted in violet light. I will choose. So any attack rolls against them are going to have advantage. That's my action, my reaction, and then as a bonus action, I'm going to give Bardic Inspiration to Cameron. Wake up, Cameron!
Cameron starts tossing and turning in his sleep a little bit when you
I
give
play on
that
my penny
person
with-
a 7
Doo-doo-doo.
because you altered the timeline.
I did alter reality.
You did for just that moment. Okay.
That's what the dice originally wanted.
So, that's it for Fantine's turn. Next, we come up to Edmund, who was sound asleep, so let's see if he is hearing all this. I'm going to allow him to roll his perception at advantage because Fantine did pull out her flute and is currently playing a really, really shrill note.
I'm just imagining
I didn't practice.
shitty recorder version of My Heart Will
Wow.
Go On.
So
He like shoots up.
Yeah, he just jumps up, bow in hand, cloak over his shoulder. He's like, what? Sees you, Fantine. Has no clue
Edmund
what the
fire.
heck's going on. But, let's see here. I can get him 30 feet. Five, 10, 15, 20, 25. So I can get just to right there. Could he see the thing? It is bright
Top
light.
of it.
He could
And
probably
it is
see.
big.
Yeah, it's big. It's bright. He could probably see just the top of it.
It's outlined in purple.
Exactly. So he would normally have a. So basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow him to roll at advantage because of the purple shimmer around this thing. However, it does get a +2 to its AC because of the partial cover he has.
Okay.
So that's how we're going to
Acceptable.
do this. So the first thing he's going to do on his turn as a bonus action, He's casting Hunter's Mark on it.
Good lad.
Get him, Edmund.
And then he is going to be firing his bow. Ugh, god damn.
Oof.
Crit fail.
You want to roll one more 6, please?
What's that?
I said, don't you want to roll another 6 for
I
the
wish.
for the fun of it? 6, 6, 6.
Oh yeah, I gotcha. That
What
was
the
horrible.
damage would have been if he had actually hit.
I don't want to know.
Yeah, I'm not it. It don't matter. However, the thing is now also Hunter's marked.
Well, doesn't he get advantage?
Oh yeah, he does get advantage. I completely.
Hey.
Roll another 6. Let's go.
God, I hope not.
Oh, don't
That'd
roll
be
a
hilarious.
6.
Yeah, don't roll a 6,
better.
but also that would be hilarious.
Roll at least 16.
Oh, an
That's
8.
8. God damn.
You squint your eyes, it's kind of like a 6.
Yeah, kinda, a little bit, but no love on Edmonds. However, the fire
God, kid, who
elemental
trained you?
is Hunter's Mark, so I will put something on there for that. I don't know why. Here we go. That looks like a target a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it for its turn. Or for Edmund's turn. Next off, we have a couple of the duergar here. The first one, unfortunately the flame elemental is right in the door, so it is holding its action. If anything comes within range of the fire elemental, it's going to fire. But he is stuck right there behind the door. Okay, next off we are coming to Novo. Novo, what are you doing?
I mean, I'm awake now, right?
I
Yes,
think
you
I'm
are
the only
awake.
one who's not awake
Okay.
right now.
So I'm going to jump up. Let's see, I'm going to go right here. I don't want to get into the difficult terrain. I'm going to go here and I'm going to hold action. I'm going to hold my quarterstaff at the ready.
Okay, you're holding your action to attack. Sounds good. Next up, Fidget. What are you doing with your hummingbird?
He's gonna try and get me up. Little peck.
So your hummingbird comes
Wake up,
down
wake
and
up.
just pecks you on the head over and over again. Zzz, right on the forehead, and your eyes just shoot open. Ow! God, that hurts.
Huh? Ow.
Brandie
Oh,
is going to be
yes,
stepping away now.
Good boy.
Brandie's going to be stepping away now because she has to go get our daughter. She will be back in like 15 minutes. So if we get to her
Okay.
turn, we'll puppet her as a team.
Sure.
But that's it for Fidget.
Yep.
Next off, we come to another duergar, but Fire Elemental's in the way, so he's holding his action as well. Okay. Next, we come to the Fire Elemental.
Should I be able to see it by now?
You could probably see the glow over there, and there is like a purple shimmer around it. But you wouldn't have line of sight on it. But you're
That's
about
fine.
to. Because this grass is very tall that you've created, Blazeneer. But this is a fire elemental. And it is just walking through this flames. It's hindered a little bit by it because it's having to burn away as it's going. So it's only going to be able to move about half of its speed to get through all this at all. However, he's basically burning a path that is basically leaving a huge char line behind him. 5, 10, 15, 21. What's his movement?
Well, I got something for your ass.
It can
It's
see
kind of perfect.
underwear
That means
now.
everybody else needs to follow his path.
Indeed. indeed it does. And I'm going to actually draw this out on the map for you guys so you can see the path, because you can see it.
Cool.
Come at me, beast.
And so there you can see the char area that it's been burning. That's its movement. Yeah, I think it's just going to use its action to continue on towards you all.
I still cannot see it.
You should be able to.
Oh, now I can. Just moved in. Cool.
Excuse me, sir. You're getting awfully close. You could add so that he sheds dim light in a 10-foot radius, because that's what Fairy Fire says.
Actually, he had cast light too. I'm surprised it's not on there, because he cast 30-foot radius of light. I'm actually just surprised it's not on the thing automatically, but I can do that real quick.
Yeah.
There you go. You guys should be able to see a lot.
Oh yeah.
Actually, you know what? I can even change the color. I'm going to do that for the fun of it.
Make it red.
Or orange.
There you go.
Oh. I'm getting spooked.
I like it.
Spoopy.
So it had to use its movement and its action to get there, but it is right there on you guys.
You're even uglier up close.
What about the dwarves? Can we see them?
You can.
They will be giving off dim light.
Its turn. Yep. 1 second here. Okay, there we go. So, Fire Elemental's turn is over. Next off, you do see a duergar that steps in from the door, or at least Novo would be able to.
Okay.
And there it is.
Oh, I see him.
It's got that fairy fire on it, so let's see. So the duergar steps in, moving its movement 5, 10, 25, and as it does, you just see this duergar begin to enlarge, doubling its size.
Don't like that.
And as he grows and becomes this double-fisted, huge, monstrous version of a dark-skinned dwarf, he just kind of smiles, and he looks directly at Novo, who's in the front there. Or actually, you can see pretty well everybody on the field.
I'm hiding behind Novo's big shell. You can't see me.
He can see Edmund, he can see Blazenir, he can see Cameron laying on the ground. His eyes focus directly at you, Blazenir, assessing the area, and he throws a javelin directly at you.
Oh, could you not?
Good
No,
thing
that's
you
just
didn't
messed
try
up.
and attack Fidget, otherwise I would have had to call the ASPCA on your ass.
This javelin goes flying through the air towards you and lands thunk on the ground directly in front of you.
Oh, it actually worked. I didn't expect that. Thanks for not.
Oh, he was giving it to you. How nice.
Yeah, he was. And we are at the top of the order. Cameron, you're up first.
Right, if everyone would focus on the dwarf, I have something prepared for the elemental. And I'll say to him in Primordial, don't you know the best way to fight fire is with fire? And I'm gonna cast Enemies Abound on the elemental.
Uh-oh.
So it's an intelligence save from him, unless he's immune to being frightened. And if he fails, then anytime he wants to do something offensive, he has to choose a target at random from everybody, even ones who used to be his friends.
I like it. Hold on a second here.
The only thing is that each time he takes damage, he can repeat the saving throw, and it ends the effect on a success.
Okay, so it is a intelligence check, you said?
Saving throw, yes.
Saving throw? Oh,
Yep.
yeah, this will be fun. He's got tons and tons of intelligence.
Yeah.
But that was a 17.
Whoa.
Damn.
So you cast this this spell. You see
What's his modifier? What if he rolled, what's your save DC, Cameron?
15.
Oh, never mind. He would still get that.
He's only got a modifier of 2 or something.
Yeah, but the number I have is a 13.
Oh, yeah.
I just watch.
Anyway, it does not succeed, and you see that flash of light go over the creature for a second, but he pushes past it somehow.
Yep.
Doing anything else for your turn?
I think all my other spells are actions except for a teleport thing, which I don't need. I think I am done for my turn.
Okay. Blazner, you're up next.
Cameron, if I'm guessing right, your spell didn't take effect, right?
Yes.
Alright, I cast Polymorph on the elemental and turn it into a snail. And I take out a little caterpillar cocoon and mutter something in Druidic and... Yep.
Okay. So that's a wisdom save. Haha, that's okay.
Alright, nobody attack it, please.
So all of you
I
watch
couldn't
as
hurt
this
this beautiful
giant
snail.
hulking ball of living flame poofs, and in its place is a snail.
Oh, that means
Do
the
you
light
have a
goes
jaw?
away.
We've got an hour.
Well,
Alright.
he's still outlined in violet.
He is,
So he's
yep.
still shining 10 feet of dim light.
Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna make the thing a lot smaller.
Oh, he's beautiful. Have you got a little jar to put him in? How long can we keep him?
An hour. Or
Oh.
until he takes damage, because I don't think snails have much health.
He's gorgeous. Put him in. Well, I think if you put him in a jar and then he returns to his elemental form, he'll get choked out because there's no oxygen. Oop! Drop my phone, guys.
We probably need a pretty big jar, but yeah.
Well, you don't need a big jar right now.
Oh no, but when he comes back, you know.
Okay, we'll
next?
rush back into town and get a giant jar.
Who's next?
Yeah, that's the end.
Okay,
My
yeah.
turn.
Well, that was a roller coaster of a ride there, guys. Next up, we have
Ridiculous.
Fantine. Fantine, what are you doing?
Oh, you're going down, sir. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Ooh, I can get right within my 10 feet. I'm gonna walk through this nice charred pathway that has been made for me up to this big giant dwarf, and I'm gonna hit him 3 times with advantage.
Oh, you are you?
Well, I am. That's 12 on the first one, so it's like 18 on the second one. And then my bonus action for the offhand is a 16.
Okay, so the 18 and the 16 do hit.
I love that for me. Oops, I accidentally pressed it twice. Okay, ignore that second one, because that was me clicking glaive again because it was being slow. So there's the 15, and then 7.
Well, nice. So 22
Take
points
that.
of damage. You swing once with the glaive and he just ducks back. You twist around and cut upward, slicing through this the huge duergar's leg. You twist around one more time and hit it with the butt end of your glaive right across the face. The thing stumbles back and just in pain. You did a lot of damage there.
Novo, if you could come stand in front of me again, I'd love that.
Okay.
Please.
That's it for Fantine's turn, I suppose. Next up, we have Edmund. Edmund, who kind of glances down at the snail once again. And, well, I suppose... Yeah, okay, why not? And he looks over to the bigger duergar, which is a much better target, and he's going to go ahead and fire at that.
Yay.
Definitely hits.
Oh, but roll again to see if he crits, because he still gets advantage.
Oh, that's right, he does. Nope, not a crit. Not a crit, but still a shot. 6 points of damage, which is more than enough. Edmund aims, lines up his shot, releases his arrow. The arrow goes flying through the air right into the giant eyeball of the dwarf, impaling into the skull and through the brain, and the thing just falls down to the ground dead.
Jesus.
Does he shrink back to his normal dwarf size?
As he's falling down, yes, he does. He does shrink back to his normal size.
Well, I hope he wasn't a good guy for some reason.
Well, to be fair, he did attack us first, so...
And he did summon a flame elemental, which I feel like just makes you bad inherently.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I quite like flame elementals, actually, but, you know, whatever.
Edmund's just channeling Will Smith in Wild Wild West. Shoot first, shoot second, shoot some more, and then when everybody's dead, try to ask a question or two.
Exactly.
Yeah, does anybody have Speak with Dead?
I've got
Could
speaking
bring him back
plans.
as a zombie.
Do you
Oh,
think
maybe there will
did
be
that or
some
animals?
moss inside that we can ask what they were doing.
I'm afraid I am not a necromancer, nor am I a necro-romancer.
Well, I've got a feeling that this is not all of them, and we should rush into that cave as fast as possible.
Well, why do you think that? I feel like it is all of them, honestly. I feel like we did a good job.
I feel like when I cast my fairy fire, that it targeted a lot of people.
It definitely did, and it is the next duergar's turn, who steps up into the doorway and looks around and sees you, Fantine, standing there. Sees the rest of this group.
Hi.
Sees the big burn, and he kind of mutters something that you hear him, but you can't understand the language. And then he pulls out a javelin and he's throwing it directly at you.
Whoa. Calm down. We can talk about this.
Actually, sorry.
Is this your friend?
Before he... Yeah. No, he isn't going to do that. Yeah, he does throw it at you. And that's a 14, which I assume misses.
Oh, no. Whizzes right past me.
Just flying right past you, lands with a thud in the tall grass, and he just kind of looks at you and glowers. Says something again.
Sorry, I don't understand you. Do you speak, Elvish, perhaps?
That's it for his turn. Novo, you're up next.
Could we make a perception check to try to hear him?
Let's see here. No, you're too far away.
Okay, that's fine.
Question. Do I see his lips moving?
No, you can't see him at all. That's the thing.
Okay.
Like,
Is it-
Fantine can see him. That's about... And Edmund can see him. That's about it. You can see the edge of the rocks right here.
Okay.
But it is Novo's...
Sorry, guys. He keeps saying something. I feel like he's cursing at me.
So, since it's Novo's turn and she's not here, she kind of looks back at everybody else and picks up the snail. That's
What the hell's gonna do that?
Too late.
That's my snail.
I made the snail. At least give it to me. Come on.
Too
Well,
late. We're in a fight. What's she doing with it?
I'm honestly. So, here's kind of what I thought. There's a cliff over here.
Throwing it off the cliff?
Yeah,
Nice.
because why the heck not?
What does he take excess? He'll take the excess damage, right?
Yeah, he
Because
would
the
take
snail
the
will
excess
lose.
damage.
Okay.
A snail technically wouldn't even have a hit point. It would have like a quarter of a hit point or something stupid like that.
Yeah.
Oh
Um,
yes.
So it would basically.
I support Novo's decision to yeet this snail. Say it with me, everyone. Yeet the snail. Yeet the snail.
You know, I might start the forest fire, but I'm actually kind of into that. So
So, Novo holds the snail in her hand, and it kind of just shrinks into his shell. She looks and lobs and throws as hard as she can. So I'm just making a strength check, or actually, this would be an athletics check because she is proficient with athletics.
See how far she can yeet this snail. Oh, yeah.
She
Dirty
yeeted
20.
She yeeted it hard, right up into the air, heading towards the cliffside. It's this huge arc. So, just so you guys know, I imagine that this cliff that's right here, the squares don't represent very well how far it is. Because really, if you look at it, it's only about 40 feet. I'm gonna say probably it's more like 60 feet. And then Novo, with her huge throw, gave it an extra 10-foot arc. So this is going to be an 80-foot drop that the snail is going to take.
Nice.
Alright. So he's gonna take 8d6 damage.
Going to take 8d6 damage, land about right here.
Edmund's standing there. Edmund, tell us what you see!
So it wasn't the greatest roll, but
Wow.
19 points of damage. So 1 point of damage goes to the snail the moment it hits, and it just and it immediately explodes outward as the fire elemental, taking 19 or 18 points of damage as it hits the ground and just splats.
That's a lot of ones.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of ones.
That hurts.
That was actually really disappointing. I was hoping for a heavy damage.
Like 30, you know?
Yeah,
Three
that's
would've
what I
been
thought.
You win some, you lose some.
Yep,
It was a good
exactly.
idea, Novo.
well, the good news is I don't think they can fly. So
I sure hope not. But I also hope it doesn't head into town now.
oh yeah, that would not be good.
Oh, we'll deal with that in a moment.
Well, I guess we'll find out. But I thought it was a pretty fun idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
You know what, Novo? Take an inspiration
Thank
point
you.
for that.
Yeah, I
Haha,
the player, grant Novo inspiration.
I'm sure.
I can actually do that because I do have the star card.
Oh, I suppose you could if you wanted to.
I'm
It-
gonna save it.
It's Fidget's turn now.
Okay. Fidget's just gonna move up here for now. Kind of hang out. Actually, let me see what the movement range would be. Yeah, you can make it to you. Okay, Fantine,
What?
you now have a hummingbird on your shoulder,
Fantine tries to hold back tears.
and
I've been chosen.
he's using the help action. So if
Wow.
you make an attack before the next round, it gets advantage.
I already get advantage, but thank you.
You
If I
didn't
do
know that?
anything else, I'll do something else to get my. Or if somebody targets me or makes me make a saving throw, then I'll use it.
It's advantage on the next ability check that you make or an attack roll.
Oh,
So-
okay. I'll do a front flip when I attack so that I get advantage to do a front flip.
Why not? Why not?
I'm gonna make this count.
Okay. So, that's it for Fidget's turn. Next, we come up to the last duergar. The other players can't hear me right now, but the duergar that they can't see saw one of his compatriot run up, another one go up to the door, launch a javelin. It is going to turn around and start calling for assistance, because there's quite a few duergar in there. And it
Did I
turns
lose
and
you
starts
guys?
calling. No,
No.
I was talking to the audience. You're good.
Oh, okay. Secrets.
He's
Yep.
a good boy.
Secrets indeed. But we do come to the flame elemental. And Mind of Rocco says that Rude, the elemental, while it was being thrown off the cliff. Yeah, that was kind of a dick move, but it was also funny as hell. So, this flame elemental picks itself up, I guess, because it has to use, because why not? And... oh. Yeah, that's actually true. So it has
Haha, so
damage.
funny, audience
It does
member.
have damage resistance to bludgeoning. I forgot to take that into account while it landed on the ground, so actually it would have taken half that damage.
Oh, the DM fucked us.
Wow, thanks, Ormr. I mean, Novo.
Sorry.
Novo, did you just get possessed by an evil spirit?
I mean, it was. I thought you all said, yeah, definitely do it, So,
It was a good idea. It was a good idea.
It was a
but
great
Now we're
idea.
getting fucked.
well, but it's a long way up there,
Yep.
and it really can't fly.
And climbing is maybe nebulous at best.
Edmund, feel free to take shots at it. You still have advantage.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see. Thinking of the topography of the area, you guys were pretty high up and winding around. If it wanted to get around to circle back to you, it would take hours, and it's not really
Nice.
that smart. So what it does, it can see Edmund on the cliff looking down. It's looking up, and the thing is going to attempt to climb up towards it. Let's see here. Can't believe fire elementals can't fly. I feel like it should.
I know, that's so absurd.
Yeah, it just has a speed of 50 feet. That's disappointing. But anyway. Yeah, it's climbing up as best as it can. It's not doing very well. I'm going to say it's probably going to be able to move up half of its movement to do that. So that right about there. It will be able to get to dash. Actually, no, it won't be able to dash because it's using its action to climb. So yeah, it only made it about 25 feet up. So it's still decently far down there.
Don't worry, Matt. The next time we fight an elemental, you can make it a fire tornado so that it can fly and burn us.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Next time,
Oh,
fire
no.
tornado. Okay. There is the duergar there, and the duergar turns back towards the door, and you hear it yelling something one more time.
No, wait. Don't leave. Come fight me.
So, Matt,
Yes.
Fidget is probably close enough that it could hear it. I
Yeah.
speak Common, Undercommon, Primordial, and Sylvan.
But are you currently focused? Because to see through their eyes and to hear what they hear, you have to be actively focusing your mind through them. It's not just you see through them all the time. So I believe that's an action to do so.
Let me look.
Does it say you can communicate telepathically with them?
Let's see.
I don't know what the difference is between that and the warlock.
What?
While your familiar is within 100 feet of you, you can communicate with it telepathically.
Ooh, yeah.
So you can communicate with it telepathically.
Yep.
But that communicating with it telepathically is like you sending mental commands to it and it carrying it out. It's not like a two-way radio.
It doesn't say that it's one way.
But what I'm saying is you're not hearing through its ears unless you're actively putting yourself into them.
Right, but why couldn't he just tell me what he heard?
Is he intelligent enough to do that?
It's all good questions, though.
Yeah.
Like,
he doesn't sound very confident in that. Yeah.
Its intelligence is a 2. Like I was willing to go a little more off of scope because of Barnabas, because he was an imp. He had an intelligence of 10.
That's fair.
This is
Okay.
a hummingbird.
Yeah, that's fair.
Tweet, tweet.
So while yes, it could hear that something's going on.
Can I
you're
hear
not
what
hearing
he's
it.
saying?
You can hear a little bit of a muffle, and you can hear the voice.
It sounds like he said.
Yeah, sorry.
Does anybody understand that?
Nice try, but no.
It was worth a shot.
You would need to be a lot closer if you wanted to hear what they're saying. Okay.
Oh,
That's
don't
fair.
you worry, fam. I know what I'm gonna do.
However, after it yells, it turns, and you can see Fantine, and Fidget would be able to see this, and Edmund would be able to see this, and Nova would be able to see this a little bit. That the door closes behind the dwarf.
Coward.
The dwarf is still standing in front of the door.
Oh, I see.
And, on its turn, it enlarges itself, and it grows twice to the normal size. It then
You
moves...
think he bad.
5, 10, 15, 20... 25 moves directly up towards
He
you.
provokes an opportunity attack from me.
Go for it.
And I will, and I get advantage on it.
Yes, you do.
And you
I
rolled
rolled
the same
220.
thing. That's hilarious.
So he's gonna take a whole 15 damage. You should not have come over here
15
unless
damage.
you want to speak to me.
And he says, he mutters something pretty loud.
Fidget pulls out one of his
Oh,
weird
well,
hair.
bleh, you too.
Hey, question.
Yeah.
Can I can read lips and I can see him.
Oh yeah.
I speak Common, Druidic, and Elvish. I probably don't understand him, but
You do not.
okay.
It's not even 60 feet away. Can I make a perception check?
Go for it.
Cool.
And that's a 22 to hit.
That might hit.
21 on perception.
So 9 points of piercing damage as he slams down onto you with this war pick. Cameron.
Is this guy, this dwarf, speaking dwarvish by chance?
No. He is speaking Undercommon. Or whatever it is,
Yeah.
Undercommon is the
Darn,
deep speech.
it was worth a shot.
And what he said, you are able to pick it out with your big ass ears, Cameron. What you hear him say is dead either way.
Okay, so I need to make. It's just a Constitution check, right?
Yes.
To keep my spell.
Yes.
Okay. Here goes nothing. Oops, I accidentally rolled with advantage. Sorry, but that
Well,
first one is a 12.
Yeah, which I don't think that's going to cover it.
I think it does, because it's either 10 or half the damage, whichever is higher.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, no, you're good. I was looking at for some reason I was looking at the attack, not the damage. Yeah, you're fine.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Still fairy fired.
Yep, still fairy fired. And that's it for his turn.
And
Cameron.
no, it's a saving throw, not just a check. for in the future.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
it would
is a saving
be.
throw.
It'd be actually. Oh, it would be +1 more because I have the, whatever it is that gives me +1 to all my saving throws.
Yeah, so you're
I
good
will
either way.
move to here, and I believe that should be close enough. Let me make sure. Yeah, 90 feet. Yeah.
What'd he say, Cameron?
I believe he is feeling that he is dead either way. So
Oh, he's right about that.
I will assist him, and I'll
Help
use
him out.
a chromatic orb spell on him.
Okay.
First level is fine.
Oh, you still have bardic
Unfortunately-
inspiration.
Oh, okay. What's
Yeah.
What's the die on that?
I'm pretty sure it's just
It's a D6.
D6, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm
Okay.
just first level.
Wow.
13. Horrible!
Yep, a 13 is not going to make it.
Damn.
You hold your chromatic orb in your hand, lob it at this giant dwarf, and you're kind of irritated at yourself as your lob went high. You kind of softballed it, and it just goes over the giant dwarf's head.
That was a really cool looking orb.
Oh well, I suppose that's why I'm a spellcaster and not a fighter.
You'll get him on the next one.
I am going to attempt to shove the bastard with my bonus action, which is a DC 16.
So what are you doing now?
Bonus action, telekinetic shove.
Okay.
Wait, actually, let me check. It says 30 feet. I think, yeah, 30 feet. I don't think he's within range of me.
No, he's not.
No, just barely out of
Just
range.
out of.
Oh well, never mind.
Yep, good idea though. Okay.
Yep.
Blaisner,
I would have
next.
appreciated it.
Alright, I'm gonna just kind of walk over to the cliffside. Look down, see the elemental climbing, and like, oh, I don't want that. And I'm gonna dip my fingers into my little water canteen, and then out comes a shard of ice. And I'm gonna throw a level 2 ice knife at him.
Okay, I like it.
And you still get advantage.
You do have advantage because he is still glowing purple.
Yes.
Fairy fire.
Wait, would I get advantage on hitting the dwarf then?
Oh yeah, you should
Oh
have.
yeah, you should
Because
have.
they all are under fairy fire.
Hell yeah, then
Yeah,
I'm
you should
gonna
have.
roll that again. It's so plus.
Yeah, 23 is definitely going to hit.
Yeah, that's still
Blaisner.
gonna miss because I rolled a 2.
Alright, and he also, so when the knife hits him, it explodes, and he needs to take a give me a dexterity save.
Okay.
Oops. I pressed the button and it didn't show the spell description. There we go.
I don't think I actually upcast this, but wait, but it didn't upcast. It didn't ask me to upcast it, so.
Yep, that's a 21.
Alright, so he just takes the 10 piercing.
It rolled the damage.
Oh yeah, I upcast it. I said.
Oh,
level 2.
gotcha, but it didn't do it. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Got it. So 10 points of piercing damage. You throw this ice knife down at the flame elemental, hitting it directly in the face. It explodes, but the flames that are coursing over this thing's body just seem to burn away the frost. But it does take the 10 points of piercing damage.
Well, could you just take that damage, please? Come on.
Please.
Okay. Next up is Fantine. What are you doing?
I'm gonna whack him. If it ain't
Whack
broke,
'em.
don't
Whack
fix
him,
it.
baby.
It's 19 on the first
Don't
one.
watch it.
22 on the second one. So 25 on the third one.
Yeah, everything
'em.
hits. Get him.
Okay, so on the first one he takes 10. Second one he takes 17. And on the third one he takes 7. Can I not have used my bonus action if he's gonna die from the
Yeah, he would have died from the first attack, I'm not going to lie.
Okay, then I
So,
want to use my bonus action to give Bardic Inspiration to Blazner.
I'm good with that. So, Fantine, tell us how this looks.
He's really big, right? So I cut like the tendon on the back of his ankle to make him fall down to his knees, and then I slit his throat.
I like it. And as he crumples backwards, his throat slit, blood pouring out of the wound, he begins to shrink, and he dies.
Does Fantine get covered in blood?
Oh yeah,
All
she does.
icky?
She
Nice.
definitely was a squirter.
I'm into that.
And it goes squirting out, hitting both Fidget and Fantine, and they are just sprayed with red.
Fidget tries to hide in your hair to avoid getting squirted.
That's acceptable.
Okay. Next off, we go up to Edmund. Let's see, what does Edmund want to do?
Shoot it.
He looks back at you and he says, "Well, I could shoot it, but I think I'm going to do something a little bit different." And
Probably wouldn't do much.
he puts his hands out and begins to weave the spell. And Cameron, you recognize the spell a little bit. What he's casting is Magnify Gravity.
Nice.
And that's a DC 12. So just so everybody can know what's going on, I'll go ahead and pop up the spell as well.
It's a sexy spell.
Yeah, it is. So, gravity in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point you can see within range increases for a moment. Each of the creatures there have to make the con save or take 2d8 force damage, and its speed is halved until the end of next turn. On a successful one, they take half as much damage, yada yada yada. But anyway. So, let's see here. Ugh.
Oh,
That's a shame. So this magnetic field just crushes, pulling him into the wall, and he hits, but he pushes himself up and manages to hold back. He still takes a little bit of damage, 5 points of damage, but that's about it.
it was a great idea.
Yeah, it was a great idea, trying to keep him where he was. But that's it for him. Duergar's dead. Novo, you're up next. What are you doing?
Okay, I might need a little bit of a filler in here.
Okay, so...
Can I?
Yeah, go ahead, Fantine.
I was gonna say, can I suggest to Novo that there might be another? They closed the door behind us. I think there's another duergar.
Okay, hearing that, because
He's obviously protecting something.
yeah, and I do not have any ranged attacks, so I mean, obviously I would not be able to hit the fire guy.
Yes, if you can find a way to open the door.
I can attempt. 5, 10, 15. Well, I'm just gonna be able to go about to here. Well, I guess I could dash.
Mm-hmm.
You are a monk after all.
Okay, I'm just gonna go here then. And I don't think I can do anything else, can I? Since I dashed.
I'll allow you to use your bonus action to do an investigation check.
Okay, I'm gonna just investigate the door with a 17.
You're looking around the wall where you know you've seen this door, and you're running your hands over it. You're just barely able to find that seam where the door connects and into the wall, and so you can feel it. And you definitely can tell it's still there.
Now, which way has the door been opening? Like, has it been opening outwards
Inward.
or inward? Okay.
Inward.
Okay. Well, since I know where it is, I can't do anything else right now, so I will wait for anything else on my next turn.
Okay, that's it for Novo. Fidget, what's the hummingbird doing?
Fidget is gonna fly over to, if I could see it, fly over to the turtle. If you can move Fidget to wherever the turtle is, because I can't actually see.
Yeah, it's right there.
Okay. And then basically you'll get a whole bunch of encouraging squawking as it waits for you to try and bust the door down. It's going to use the help action to give you advantage on busting the door down.
Okay, sounds good.
Next, we're coming to the fire elemental. So the fire elemental is kind of stuck and is currently being hit over and over again. All it can really do is keep climbing, so it's going to make an athletics check. Which is a 10. It's holding on to the side of the cliff. It's sliding a little bit, pushing itself upward as much as it can. It doesn't get much progress. It barely moves maybe 5 feet up towards you guys. It's having a hard time. That's it for
Good.
its turn. Cameron, you're up next.
Oh, could we take a quick break? Because I have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I was
We're
trying
right
to- I was
halfway,
trying
right?
to- yeah, we are right at halfway. I was going to try to get through the battle if we could, but if we want to stop, we can. That's fine.
Either way,
If you
it's
guys don't
fine.
mind.
Sure.
I chugged this beer so fast, dude.
That's fine.
That sounds like a you problem. And
It is a me problem. It's explicitly a me problem. That's gonna become your problem if I pee my pants right now.
I mean, that's still a you problem.
But anyway, we will be back here in a few minutes, everybody. Stay tuned. Howdy, everybody. We are back with the Debauchery Circus, who are still in the middle of a battle. They've killed a couple duergar who have come out of their little hidey hole in the cliff there. The flame elemental, with which Nova had thrown down the cliff, hoping to do more damage than she did, is trying to climb its way back up to deal with the enemies it can perceive. Unfortunately, it's not doing all that great of a job. So, we are back at the top of the order, and at the top of the order, we do have Cameron. So why don't you go ahead and start things off?
Sure. So I'm gonna move over here to Senior Elemental, and I'm going to attempt to cast a chromatic orb at him of cold.
Okay.
Which is a 15, and then he's still got the fairy fire, right?
Yeah, so you do have advantage.
Cool. So let's roll this just in case. 19 plus.
Well, they both
8.
either one would hit.
Okay, cool. So he takes 8 cold damage,
8 points of cold damage.
unless of course it hurts him more or something.
There we go. Do anything else on your turn?
I'm afraid we're feeling quite cold to your embrace, Mr. Fire Elemental. Why don't you go back home where you came from? And that'll be in Primordial, and that's it.
Okay. Blazenir, you're up next.
I'm gonna look over at my two companions, like, back at the Druid Grove, they would always try to teach me, like, hey, you should do these water spells, they're pretty nice. And I was always like, no, they're not. And now I'm kind of regretting it. Anyway, I'm gonna tap the staff that I forgot to mention when describing my character yesterday, or last week, not yesterday, but, and I'm gonna cast a giant insect through it, and 5 wasps somewhere around the vicinity start to grow in size.
Okay.
And now there's
And 5 wasps come flying out from Blazenir's staff. What are you doing with them?
I'm gonna yell at him in Druid. It's like, hey, slow that guy down, please. That'd be great. Thank you.
Okay, so why don't you give us a little explanation of what exactly your staff does?
Yeah. So, what it does, or
yeah, just tell us what it does.
When I tap, in general, I don't know what to say.
Well, what
Just-
the bugs do, I guess.
Just
Yeah.
read what the staff says.
Okay, I didn't know what you're trying to, because it just allows me to cast a couple spells through a giant insect or insect plague, and I can
It's
also
a bug.
yeah, it can make bugs bigger or make bugs.
That's cool.
It's pretty neat.
Blazenir, that's not a staff. That's a rotting piece of wood that you found in the forest, full of
Well-
insects.
You're not entirely wrong, but
But that's not fire related at all.
not everything has to be fire related.
Whoa, what?
Did you not see me throw an icicle at him?
Okay, so what
No.
the spell actually does is
Oh, you wanted to spell.
each creature obeys your verbal commands, and in combat they act on your turn each round. The creatures remain giant for the duration. Okay, yeah, I can do this. Hold on 1 second. So there you go, 5 giant wasps.
Lovely.
And you should be able to control them too. Hold on.
Alright guys, this is gonna get complicated real fast. I need to pull out the monster manual, apparently.
Well, you have access to their character sheet now.
Oh, okay, never mind. I just have the character sheet.
So yeah, as I was saying, you get to control. The creature remains in giant form duration until you dismiss them, and each creature obeys your verbal command, and they act on your turn. So you cast the spell, and 5 insects just grow in size and kind of swarm around you. You're going to be able to move them on your next turn, Blazenir.
Alright, I'm just kind of scratching one head of one of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Next, we come to Fantine. Fantine, what are you doing?
I would like to stand astride my broom of flying.
You can definitely climb onto the broom of flying.
And I speak its command word, which I've never quite decided. Tally-ho! No, I'm kidding. I get on top of it and I just go, rise. And it flies up. And I'm going to use a little bit of the movement. So if I come to the edge right here, can I see this thingy? This elemental?
Yeah, I'd say you'd be able to.
And how far away is he?
A little bit more than that. I'd say about 40 feet. Maybe, yeah. No, because I said it was bigger than that. 50 feet down from where you are.
Okay, no problem. I just think I'm gonna cast a cantrip on him. I'm gonna use my Void Touch cantrip. So let me press that one. Go away, thingy. That's just what that is, but I'm gonna press the right thing. There we go. 22.
22 is going to hit.
For 8 necrotic damage.
Your void touch just creates this little black hole that begins eating away at the fire elemental, stripping some of that flame from it, doing 8 points of necrotic damage.
And then I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to fly over near my friend Novo and wait with her. She gets advantage already, right? Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
From Fidget.
So I'm not gonna waste another bardic. I'm just gonna wait with Novo. How's the door going?
Okay. Well, we'll find out soon. But next up, we do have Edmund's turn. Edmund. Let's see.
He needs a magic bow.
Yeah, he does need a magic bow, so instead he's just going to cast magic missiles. Oh, wait a minute, no, that was from the wand.
I think he does still have it though, because I have it marked away. I never took it back from him.
Okay, good then. Perfect. Yeah, it's still in his inventory. That's why I have the spell there. So yeah, he pulls out the wand of magic missiles. He's looking down there, and he says, "Remember this, Fantine?" And he's going to cast it using 4 charges, I think.
Wow!
So that's going to be 6 missiles coming out.
Pulls out a
Good work,
suitcase,
Edmund!
inserts 2 keys and turns them at the same time. Presses the big red button.
So 19 points of force damage as these 6 white shots come shooting out from the wand and pelts this thing. Not too bad damage.
Good work, Edmund. That was awesome.
Yeah, Edmund's a heavy hitter.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Novo, it is your turn now. You're standing at the door. You did perceive where it was. It is in a cliff wall, and other than the seam, that's basically a big round dome. You know what a door looks like. Anyway, it other than the fact that you can perceive the seam, it just looks like stone, like a stone cliff. But what are you wanting to do?
I am going to go to the side that I have seen that was going inwards, and I'm going to give it a good old heave-ho and try to push it open. What would that be?
So you're going to be making an athletics check with advantage because you do have some help coming. Although I'm not sure that's exactly how it works with familiars. We'll look at it later. It's fine for now.
That would be
Nice.
a 24.
You slam your shoulder. Like, what exactly are you doing? You tell me.
Like, I'm just, pushing up against, like, using my shoulder and, kind of
Okay.
my hand and
I got you.
just using my entire strength to push it open.
Okay. So you put your hands to the door, put your shoulder in there, and begin shoving as hard as you can. Pushing, and the dirt from your feet as you're straining is just becoming dugging up underneath you. You're heaving and struggling, but the door is not opening.
Damn, with a 24? Sheesh.
Yeah, those dwarven doors don't make them like they used to. Fidget, you're up next.
Fidget's just gonna hang out.
Absolutely. Like,
It will.
remember in Fellowship of the Ring when they're at the hidden door in the dwarven place, and like Gandalf just gets pissed off and kicks it and starts pushing at it.
Well,
That's basically what you saw with Nova right there.
If there's a key, there must be a door!
Fidget's gonna pass the single strand of beard hair that he victoriously plucked from the duergar when he was giving advantage to Fantine on her attack roll.
Yeah, I dig it. So we haven't heard much for the duergar, but what happened
War
was,
trophy.
in the room up behind the cliff, there is
It's gonna make a nest out of it.
a little area that that they were staging their raids from. And he had, on his turn, he came back through that into the next room where the duergar were sleeping. He's been rousing everybody and telling them what's
Who's
going
next?
on. There's people out
I believe
out.
it's the elemental.
Give me 1 second, guys.
Sure.
Telling them there are attackers at the doors. They tried to burn their way through. They got attacked.
So how are you liking your bard level?
Guy A and B's
Oh, it's
headed
great.
out while he came back to pull everyone.
I like that bardic inspo.
One of the bosses goes and starts talking. One of the duergar head off to find their boss. The rest of them are getting prepared, but that's that on their turn. There's not a lot. That was in the past few rounds. Anyway, next up we're coming to the fire elemental, who is still dangling on the side of a fucking cliff. Let's see if he can get himself up a little better. No, not so much. He's actually sliding down a little bit, trying to climb up this cliff. Why don't fire elementals have fly? I don't get it.
Fantine, make a humorous poem about him crying because he can't fly.
Oh, I'll save it for my turn so I can cast Vicious Mockery.
But Cameron, you're up next.
Let's see.
Can't hear you, Cameron.
What's that?
Oh, I couldn't hear you if you were saying anything.
Okay, now, poor little fire elemental can't even fly. If only you had left us alone. Oh well, if you seem intent on attempting to destroy us, then mind sliver.
Okay. That is an intelligence save. That should be good.
Yep.
Yeah. That's a failure.
9 psychic damage, and he subtracts 1d4 from a saving throw, the next saving throw that it makes before the end of my next turn.
Nice.
Ooh.
Okay. The fire elemental is looking really rough. You can
Just bully
see,
him.
yeah. He's looking pretty hurt. There's a lot less flames now. They're dimmer, and he seems to be pretty worn. He's kind of assessing his options right now. Blazenir, you're up next.
Alright, so is commanding my giant insect friends like an action or a bonus action or something?
Does it say that it is?
It doesn't.
No,
I
it's
think
say
it
I'm
just says
looking.
verbal.
Because if it doesn't, then it's not.
Yeah, each creature obeys your verbal commands, and talking is a free action so long as up to a certain point. So you could give it a command just verbally for free.
Alright, hey, you and probably you, just go mess with him a little bit. I think it'd be funny. And 3 of the giant bees are gonna flutter down to him. And they're all gonna make sting attacks.
Okay, I like it.
So, are some of them dressed up in a cop uniform? So that it would be Sting and the police?
So,
Boo. Boo. He gets.
Yeah, I think is there negative inspiration? I guess that's disadvantage on something. That's harsh. Okay, so looking on this, let's see, 4 piercing, 6 piercing, and 5 piercing for just that. These are not magical attacks, so that is halved because he is resistant to piercing. So that's 7 points of piercing damage so far.
And then he gets disadvantage on his first
yeah, he needs to make
saving throw.
Yeah,
3 constitution.
I gotta make
saves.
3 con saves. The first one's at disadvantage. Why?
Because
Of
the spell.
Got it.
I think it was a
Mind Sliver.
minus 1d4.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just one.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah.
Minus 1d4 off of it.
Yes.
So, okay. So the first what did I say again? Constitution save. So, what first one?
That's a fail.
Yeah, and there with that. Oh, you rolled it too. Whatever.
Yeah.
Either
don't
way,
matter,
yeah.
Will.
That's
It's
a
a 5.
failure. So the first one was a failure. Second one was a crit success.
That's a
Third one
fail.
was a failure. So hold on a second. I'm going to have to do some math here. Okay, so that's a total of 28 points of poison damage that it would have taken
It weren't immune.
if it weren't immune to poison.
Yeah.
I just wanted to drag that out a little bit.
Yeah, no, I figured that it's because it's a construct,
But it
technically.
still took some damage from the
Still took some
sting.
damage from the stings, and it's not doing great, that's for sure. So that you just told them to do that as a free action. So
Yep.
what are you doing on your turn, Blazer?
Alright, so the other two are just going to kind of flirt behind me. And I'm going to kind of look at him and was like, dude, you're still alive. Okay, you're lost. And I'm going to dip my fingers into the water again and pull out an even bigger icicle and cast Ice Knife at level 3.
Okay.
Just thinking of the end of Ferris Bueller's Day Off, where he walks out and he's like, "It's over. Go home."
And,
Yeah, pretty much. Definitely hits.
yeah, and that didn't ask me to upcast it again, so I'm going to have to do that myself.
Cast it on the spell sheet, not on the attack section, and it will.
That's what I did.
That's weird then.
So that's 19 points of piercing, and he needs to make a dexterity save if he's somehow still alive.
And that's a
Alright.
failure.
So I need to roll 4 more d6.
Killed this man.
22 points of cold damage.
Yeah, that's more than enough to take this thing out. So, Blazenir, with your wasps swarming around this flame elemental, you throw your knife. Tell us how this looks.
So the icicle pierces into whatever you might want to call a skull, because I don't think it actually has a skull. And then the cold bursts out, and it starts to just kind of slowly turn him into kind of a stone texture-like thing, and then it just crumbles.
And it just falls to the dust. Now, as that ice knife exploded, you do need to make your dex saves for the three wasps as well.
Oh,
Ah, my sons.
Oh, that should not be an advantage. First one is a success, second one is a success. They all succeeded.
Wow.
No, wait, no, because it doesn't do damage on a
I
success.
don't take any.
Yeah, no, so they
So-
all somehow succeed, and
They
I'm quite
all
disappointed
somehow
that they
succeeded.
succeed.
What?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's insane. I feel like my, a spell
I
should.
mean, it's pretty accurate. They are in real life pretty good at avoiding like fly
Wasps
swatters.
stole your good rolls. When you fail a saving throw, you'll know why.
Pretty
Well,
much.
I'm quite impressed with you three. I should probably name you, but you're gonna go back to being angry after this, so I'm not gonna name you.
Well, and that's it for battle. As of now, with the flame elemental dead and the door closed, nothing else is attacking you in this moment. Now the one question I do have, the grass that you had created, was that wasn't a concentration spell, was it?
No, it just happened. So
And it
it's
lasts
just
for
kinda-
like 8 hours, I think.
It lasts for good, I think. It just happens.
Okay, fair enough. So it is still there. But
Yeah, it's just an instantaneous duration.
Oh,
So-
right.
So it's like that.
so
I
what
would
do you want to
like to use a charge of Detect Magic to to detect magic. Hopefully to see something about this door.
Does anybody have a jar? I would like to keep these, guys. If just a little jar, maybe I can put some twigs in it. Anybody?
Let me check my inventory. I've got a bottle of ink.
No.
Maybe you can dump
Would
the
that
ink.
help?
Oh.
You've got the what?
A food crate, apparently.
A food crate.
I don't know why, but I got a food crate
How big is it?
about the size of a food crate.
Oh, not that big. Like, imagine a milk crate.
I've got a lot.
Why would you be carrying around a food crate?
I've got a lot of
For
minor
reasons,
healing potions. So
Apparently.
perhaps if you want to drink a healing potion, then you can use the bottle that it was in.
Would a healing potion bottle contain 5 wasps?
Probably when they're little.
Oh, yeah.
Not giant ones, that's for sure.
Oh no,
No, but like when they shrink back to their normal size.
You could probably get 4 in a minor healing potion bottle, because I mean it's not very big. It's just a little flask. They'd be very cramped and kind of pissy, but you could do it.
What about that food crate for some reason?
I mean, yeah, I imagine a food crate is just a little wooden box that is open on top.
Oh, it can't seal?
Sure, it can seal. It's a small wooden crate.
That's like, I don't even remember giving it to you guys, let alone what it looks like.
It's probably from her background, honestly. A lot of random shit on your character sheets end up being just background
That's true.
stuff. So I'm not like gonna try to think about it too hard. She pulls out her lunch box, a little wooden box with a seam on it and a latch, and yeah, you could fit five wasps in there once they shrink down to normal size. I doubt they'll be too thrilled about it, but
They'll be fine.
They'll keep asking you for to speak to your manager.
Alright, I'm gonna just kind of sprinkle in, do whatever to try to make it comfortable for them.
Yeah, how long does the gianting the wasps last? By the way?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
And, yeah, I'm gonna try to
Just have them walk around with us. We aren't finished.
Well, yeah, I just wanted to have them later, because there's not always wasps around. And
Well, sure.
I mean,
go ahead and add Novo's lunchbox to your inventory, Blazenir, and you can take that off, Novo.
Yeah, I did, I think.
Why not?
Alright, I'm just gonna carry this around. It's gonna be buzzy. Just
right now the wasps are still pretty big, and they come flying around you, and they're just kind of waiting for your next order.
Let's get to
I
move
also
on.
have a small chest just in case it's ever needed.
If we're not in a fight, I'm gonna move away from the wasps.
Well, guys, I don't think we've completed a long rest yet, so maybe we should do that.
You have not. Some of you have, but not everybody.
Yes, I have.
Fantine has finished hers. Who was the first watch? Cameron was the first watch. So yeah, Cameron, you would have. Let's see. You would have almost been finished, but you are not finished. You probably need another 30-40 minutes of sleep to get your. So none of you have got, other than Fantine, have gotten a full rest yet.
Well, I took last watch, so would I have a full rest? Or?
Oh yeah, you took the last watch. Then yes, you would have had your full rest. You were getting, or you at least are not tired. You still need to sit down and prepare your spells and that sort of thing. But you could do that in the 10 minutes you're waiting for your bees to.
So the spells I just cast, would they be from after the long rest then? So I regain the spells?
That's really fucking complicated.
It is. Because you told me that I didn't technically get a long rest, so I didn't replenish them at the end.
I'm going to say that based on everything that's happened, you're going to need to take at least another hour's rest. And once you do that, your spells will be you'll have your spells prepared again.
All right.
But
Yeah,
to
so
do that,
I-
you're gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to wait for another hour.
Okay, so do we want to rest again for an hour?
It'd be nice. I did use a polymorph, which is kind of a big thing.
Okay,
I
I'm
have,
fine with it.
a single 3rd level spell left, and I used 2 first levels.
I
Okay.
have first levels, whatever that means.
I'm fine with you guys finishing your long rest, and I'll take a short rest.
Edmund, however, he did have his full rest, so the spells he used was from
Edmund-
the spell sheet. It's from today.
Have a short rest, my friend. I don't know if you get any spells,
No, he doesn't.
so I guess I'll keep an eye out and kind of idle here.
Yeah, he'll
I
take a
can
short rest.
take a short rest.
And when wait with you, Fantine.
Sweet.
I can,
And I'll
I can
spend
just
a
take
hit
a
dice.
short rest too with you and kind of keep an eye out. Maybe meditate a bit. I don't really necessarily need to. It's full health. But...
Okay, so we're all kind of watching this doorway. I do want to sit somewhere that I can see the door.
And there are
Looking at
still
you,
the two
Thor.
bodies of the Duergar on the ground in front of you.
Can I loot them? I pick their pockets.
Go ahead and make an
Have y'all got
investigation
anything
check.
interesting? I don't mind if I do.
I've got to say, this lunchbox full of bees is quite unnerving.
16 on investigation.
So the two Duergar are both wearing scale mail, and they both have shields. Both are wearing a war pick, and they had 3 javelins each. Each one threw one of them, so you could probably find one of them left. So that's 2. That's 5. So you could find 5 javelins total. Hold on 1 second here.
Man, don't these people have any money?
Yeah, I'm getting to that. I wrote it
Fantine
as
in character.
Yeah, Fantine in character.
Give me all your money.
As you're searching through them, you open up one of their side pouches, and you find a bunch of those odd purple mushrooms that you found earlier.
Oh,
Together,
guys.
they have a total of 9 of them on there.
Guys, I found hella healing mushrooms.
Speaking of which, does anybody need healing? I just remembered I do that.
I am quite unharmed, but thank you.
Okay, between the two of them, they had 29 gold pieces. You also found, with your 16, a map.
Ooh, a map.
You found a piece of parchment, stuck into the belt of the first dwarf that came through. And as you're looking at them now, you are seeing that these are Duergar. These are dark-skinned dwarves with bright white beards and hair, and their eyes are very unsettling looking white. The map that you found, you open it up, and the map shows several locations around the mountain northeast of Greenridge. Numerous paths are marked from it, each one leading to one of the many farms outside of town. There are also labels written over each in Undercommon, specifying what they found there. You see numbers and like chickens, sheep, pig, cow, goat, all written on there. So basically, you can tell that they've been marking out where they've been raiding from and what they could take.
And that's the only writing that's on the map?
Well, on the edge corner of the map, you find a word, and I know Cameron, you do speak Undercommon. The word
and I can read all writing.
And the word is Deepstone.
Deepstone.
Perhaps the password
Perhaps.
for the door.
How much gold did you say there was?
29 total.
hello everyone. Have some gold pieces. I give 5 to everybody and keep 9 for myself.
Does that include Edmund?
Yep, because that's 1, 2, 3, 4 other people.
Okay.
Should I just be using my old
Hey.
journal?
Hey, question. I have a passive
I
perception.
can give you another one if you want.
I have a
Doesn't
passive
matter.
perception.
I'm not hiding that I'm keeping 9 for myself. So if that's what you want to see.
Yeah, that's why I want to make sure. I just
Hey
making
man,
sure.
I found it. It's 9 gold. I'm gonna stick it in my pocket.
Alright.
Unless you want to do math, I don't feel like it.
No, I was
That's
just
cool.
making sure that I saw it.
Also, if anyone wants any of these mushrooms, I've currently got 10 of them, and they do 1d8 of healing.
I don't need a healing. I've got my own.
Yeah, I'll take a couple just to have them.
Okay, I'll give 4 of them to Novo.
Easy enough.
Those were those dark death mushrooms, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, and then I'm gonna just kind of drag the bodies off the path into just off path into the brush and everything.
Into the brush itself. Sure, you can do
Yeah,
that. You just kind of toss them into the brush.
yeah, like not very far or anything. I'm not trying to hide them real good.
Fair
Just
enough.
getting off the path.
Fair enough. I don't know. Did you guys take any of the weapons or anything like that? Did you leave them?
I'm not interested.
So you throw the weapons and the shields into the grass as well.
Unless anybody else wants one, I mean, I'm sure we would have asked if anybody wants any of it.
I don't wear armor, and I don't use weapons.
I don't really like the idea of metal. Did you guys check for any magic stuff?
I patted all the pockets.
And you had cast detect magic earlier.
Well, if we were gonna take a rest, I don't want to have done that.
Oh, you didn't do that yet? Okay, then never mind.
No. If we were gonna continue, just kind of would have been a waste.
That's
I
fine.
can do it after I'm finished laying down, staring at the sky here. If you guys want
If
to.
you'd like
Yeah.
to, I mean, I don't mind using it in the morning.
Well, no, I
and then
just.
it won't
Eh.
use a spell slot since I have it in a wand.
Oh, you have a wand. Okay, never mind. Then. Yeah, use the wand.
So you, for sake of expediency, all of you settle in that with Fantine and Edmund on watch, and you all try to get much more of a rest as you can, and you do finish your long rest because the door does not open again.
Oh yeah. If I'm getting a short rest, I'm using a hit dice. Oh, 3. Terrible. Use another hit dice. 6. Good.
Okay. So everyone gets up, tries to. They probably have to wait a little while because it does take a minute to fall back asleep after a battle, but you all do get your rest in. The sun is beginning to come up at this point. It's probably around 6:30 in the morning, and your stomachs are rumbling. The sky is beginning to clear. But what would you like to do once you finish your long rest?
I think we need to get after this guy. Or whatever's going on inside of here.
Hey, you
I
guys
had a
don't.
hearty dinner.
You guys don't think being bigger would help us in a cave, right?
No,
Well,
probably
okay.
not.
I think it could wait until we assess the situation.
Well, no, because I'm just kind of getting my spells sorted, but I didn't think getting bigger would be better or be good here. So I just wanted to get the party's opinion.
No, it would not
Probably
do
would've-
to get stuck.
Yeah,
I
that's
probably would, like-
kind of what I was thinking, but maybe.
What were you trying to say, Novo?
I was gonna say I probably would have, since I didn't really necessarily need to rest that much, I probably would have cooked at least a little something for breakfast for everybody that would be hungry.
You could have probably made up something. I'm sure with your rations you could make a bit of oatmeal or something like that. Doesn't need to
Yeah.
be too complicated. But you
I-
go ahead.
Yeah, nothing too fancy.
I just wanted to say I'm like eating the oatmeal standing in front of this doorway, like, like regarding it. I'm doing my investigation and my eating at the same time.
You can do that. The door does not open. It stays closed the entire time.
I want to use my wand of detect magic now that everybody is up, to see if I can identify any magic on this door or this map even.
The map is not magical. You do cast your detect magic with your wand. The door lights up in a bright purple shade. You can tell it is definitely magical.
What school of magic?
Whatever school of magic a door is, I don't know.
Abjuration, probably.
Probably.
Okay. Seems there's some abjuration magic happening. I do have this word here on this map. So I look at the door and I say, Deep Stone.
And the moment you say deep stone, you hear a click, and the door, which is still lit up for you, moves just a little bit inward.
Nice.
Push it, Novo.
Okay, I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna push it.
Okay.
Do I need to check?
No, it's actually very easy. You put your hand on it and just push, and it slides open, revealing a passageway that leads and a set of stairs that lead down and inward into the cliffside. So if you guys are all going in there, I'm going to need a marching order, please.
Alright, to get my spells prepared. What's going on? Oh, you guys are at the door.
Oh, the door is open. Come on, Blazner.
You guys really
I'd
don't...
like to be second from the front, while I have my detect magic active,
I'll be
so I can try to
third.
sense them.
Actually, I was thinking I could be behind Fantine because I can teleport the two first people up into battle if I need to.
Do me a favor. Let me just tell you that the passageway, when you slides open, it reveals a long winding stone staircase that descends downward. It is about 10 feet wide and about 10 feet high. Or, I'm sorry, 6 feet high. It's actually pretty tight for you, Edmund. You feel a little bit, or not Edmund, Blazner, as you kind of feel a little claustrophobic because you're pretty close to the top of it. But this is definitely a dwarven tunnel. So do me a favor, move over here, because that way I don't drag along the black line with you, and you have 10 feet. So position yourselves how you want to go down.
Okay.
This tall ceiling, I forgot to say. Not tall, small.
Edmund
Small.
can take up the back and...
Yeah, I figure I'd take front because I'm the tank, so.
Okay. And Edmund will
and I
stand.
can stab over your shoulder.
Yeah, and Edmund will stand right behind the wizard since he's a little bit taller than him and can keep a good shot. So there you go, perfect.
Hey, do you think it'd be good for me to turn into a little animal before going into here?
Why?
I think
I
think if you could get dark vision, and allow us to be stealthy, it would be nice.
Yeah, I can give him dark vision, and then I can transform into like a cat or something. I don't know. Does cats have dark vision?
I would hope so.
I would think so, but I'm remembering.
If they don't, I need to talk with Mr. Gygax.
I'm gonna cast Dark Vision on myself before we go in.
Oh, you took that spell as well. Okay, then I don't need to cast it. So yeah, because it's a bit of a fit for me, but so
Unless, yeah, I've got it for myself. Unless Edmund needs it, you could cast it on him.
I mean, I can cast. You can. It's not a concentration spell, so.
Yeah.
But
yeah, Edmund does need it. He does not have dark vision, unless you're going to be using your flames, Blazner. He's not going to have any sight.
Yeah, because I was thinking of transforming into something with dark vision. So I'll kind of.
Yeah, you could cast dark vision on Edmund and then turn yourself into something with dark vision.
Yeah, so
I'm going to turn into.
Cats have dark vision, right?
Yeah.
I would assume so. So I'm gonna turn into like a.
Actually, I'm not sure about that. Hold on.
Bro, if they don't, you better
They
just say
don't.
the thing.
They do not have dark vision.
What?
What?
Okay, that's a bunch of BS
No,
because
Yeah.
that's
because
a well-known fact.
technically, it's technically true. They do not have what the game defines as dark vision. Dark vision is you're seeing the entire world in black and white. You're not getting any light. Cats can see very well and has better heightened senses in the dark, but they do need some light to be able to see. That's why when you see their retinas flashing, it's the light reflecting off of them. But a cat does not have dark vision.
Owl then?
An owl does.
I cannot turn into anything that flies, unfortunately.
Oh.
An owl with
Yeah,
broken
wings are-
wings?
Yeah, there you go.
Can you turn into a spider?
Do spiders?
Spider.
I could turn into a spider. Yes.
Or a raccoon?
Giant wolf spider has dark vision. Challenge rating 1/4.
1/4. Oh yeah, I can transform to that. So I'll take Fantine's suggestion and transform into a giant wolf spider.
Okay.
Got
I like it.
It's more dangerous than a cat.
And before I transform, I was like, wait, how big is a giant wolf spider actually?
About the size of a giant wolf spider.
Yeah, technically, they're pretty big, actually.
It says medium.
Medium.
Mhm.
All right, so yeah, before I transform, I was like, if anyone wants to, take a ride and have fun, and I'll transform.
Whoa.
One
Hey,
second
wait.
here.
I could ride on you,
Yeah,
because I'm small-sized.
little rabbit on big spider.
Sure.
Yeah, why not?
Nice.
Little
So
rabbit on big spider.
here's the funny thing. I just gave you a wolf spider, and you're going to be able to see that here in 1 second. Because normally what I do for druids is I just make them a folder of things they wild shape into. So you have that now.
Oh, nice.
So you have that now, Blazner, and I'm going to be moving you guys to the map. So 1 second.
Hooray.
There you go. Now then, give me 10 seconds here. Okay. So, you walk down the staircase for about 3-4 minutes. It winds around a little bit, and you begin to descend, and it eventually opens up into a small room. You find this room is completely dark. Those of you who don't have dark vision would have been pretty bad off. However, with Blazner as a giant wolf spider and Cameron riding atop its back, with Fidget flying next to it, and Edmund kind of keeping the rear, and he's not sure what to think of this. It's pretty weird, but I left you out, Blazner, but you can actually control the wolf spider as well, so we'll leave you right here for now, and you can move the wolf spider. But sure enough, as you guys make your way down into this room, pitch dark, but luckily all of you now have dark vision in one form of another. And what you find is a room that contains 2 racks of antique-looking armor, a rack of weapons and shields, and a wooden crate to one side. You see that it's a longish room that curves off to the right, your right, and leads to a pair of closed double doors.
Okay. My detect magic is still active. Do I sense anything in this room?
You do not.
Okay. All right. The armor seems totally innocuous.
I want to look around and see if I see any obvious traps. Would that be a perception?
That would be a perception check.
Oh, that was not supposed to be advanced, but so it would be a 7.
That's a 7. You're looking around, and nothing catches your eye that would scream out traps, but you're also not trained in that sort of thing, so you're not sure what you're looking for.
I will be next level.
I'm just going to
Anybody
trust
else
that
got
there's no traps in this here room. I'm certain of it.
And I'm going to be stealthy as I'm moving through, too. So I'm going to go ahead and roll stealth.
Yeah, I think we should continue on as
That would be a
stealthily as
whole
we can.
9 stealth.
14. Let's move towards the hallway.
Do I still need to roll stealth?
If you're going stealthy, you need to roll stealth. Or are you're riding?
I'm on the spider.
Yeah,
is
you're
why I
on the
asked you.
spider right now. So, but you're also small. You don't need to roll stealth. You're just going to be in his stealth.
Okay.
So, normally I would probably call that disadvantage, but as small as you are, I'm going to say it's just going to be a straight roll. So
3 foot.
Yeah. So, Blazenir, as a spider, roll stealth.
Yep. Oh, I've got a. Oh, 19. I actually
Nice.
I get a stealth thing with spider, so.
Yeah.
Nice.
So Edmund, the wolf spider, Fantine decently keeping herself low and hidden and that sort of thing. Novo just comes walking out, stomping her feet and heading towards the door.
Oh, Novo.
I'm gonna click my little fangs kind of frustratedly.
Your mandibles.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's the word.
So there in front of you are a set of double doors, wooden doors, that are closed.
Try and see if they can be
push it.
opened, I suppose.
I'm gonna, I guess I'm just gonna be cautious and check for traps first. So that'd be perception again. That's an 8.
Novo, when have you ever seen a trap in a dungeon?
Oh,
Be
you're
real.
right. You're right. So I'm just gonna
There's
leave it to...
never any traps.
Well, this one time at the whorehouse.
Would that be an athletics to see if I can push it open?
The door is locked, I will say.
Oh, I hate that.
One more level.
Again, would that be an athletics to see if I can push it open?
Just break it.
Yeah, you can try to break it. Yes, absolutely.
I'm gonna help.
That would be a... Oh,
So your
18
first
would be
smash into the door shakes and rattles. Fantine pushing you, helping you along. You shove your shoulder a second time. The door crashes open. The moment it does, all of you look in horror as a giant ballista has been set up behind it. You crash through it. This door, which immediately fires. I need Novo and I need Fantine to both make dexterity saving throws because you're both pushing through together.
There's never been a trap in a dungeon before.
that would be an 8.
Yeah, that's a failure for both of you. So this crossbow is basically a spear that just gets shot out through you, hitting hitting Novo, slicing through her skin, the flesh of her arm, keeps going, hits Fantine as well. This does
No.
7 points of damage to the two of you.
As it skewers you.
As it skewers the two of you. Cameron, your head ducks down just in time, luckily, and it hits the wall behind all of you.
Oof! Went
I
right
just
through
kind
my
of glanced
shoulder
back
blade.
at Fantine.
What can I say? It's never happened before. This has literally never happened to me ever before. Ever.
I'm sure it has.
I'm like,
If
I'm
only-
remembering those flame pillars. Like,
yeah, the flame
wreathe us in
pillars
flame.
and everything else. Yeah,
If
definitely.
only Finn were here to make a joke about little blue magical pills.
No.
I swear, baby, this never happens.
Honestly, it
But
was
there
worth
you go.
it.
But there you go. So, looking into this room, you enter a long common room filled with doors. The area is completely dark, but in your dark vision, you can see a couple comfortable chairs to one side, and as you go in closer, you can see that there's an unlit fireplace. It is still smoking, and there's actually quite a bit of smoke in this area, almost as though someone had just doused a fire recently. There is a table and several chairs, and there are 5 single doors right here, right here, right here, right here,
Oh, I don't see your notification.
right here.
Are you on secret layer?
You know what? Yeah, I am. Damn it.
Secret tunnel.
Anyway, right here, right here,
Okay.
right here, right here, right here, right here, and right
It's a
here.
lot of
Those are all
doors.
doors. Yes, those are all single doors. There's a pair of double doors right across from you as well.
Well,
Shall I push open more doors?
I'd
Can I
say
get-
let's check all the handles.
Can I get some dark vision?
Yeah, do you not have it?
Nah.
Good. 1 second
Dark vision,
here. What is
please.
it? It's 60 feet?
60. Yes, sir.
There you go.
Thank you.
And there in front is the ballista. It is just basically a giant crossbow, 3 times the size of a regular crossbow, standing on a tripod directly behind that door.
Wolf Spider Blazing is just kind of gonna walk over it and just kind of just kind of stick a little webbing to it.
Yeah, you can do that.
Spew some web on him. I say we each try a door handle.
I show you my spider legs.
Okay. Which
It
door?
depends on the kind of handle.
Yeah, what kind of... I mean, all of them are wooden doors. Simple handles. You don't see any locks on them.
Walk all the way to this one here. You said there's one here.
Yeah, there's one right here.
I turn the handle.
You turn the handle and open it, and you find a simple bedroom. A small dwarven-sized bed, a rug, an end table, and an unlit candle is next to it.
I guess I'll make an investigation check to look for anything of interest.
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Sure. How's a crit?
Yeah.
Hey, anybody else want me to look? I can see everything.
Yeah, you find a total of 12 gold pieces hidden underneath the mattress of the bed. But that's
Nice.
about it.
I pocket that.
I guess I will open door number 2.
Nothing of note in here.
Which door are you opening?
The one next to hers.
Okay. Same thing. Small
under the bed.
small bed, rug, table, chairs.
24 on an investigation.
Find a total of 10 gold pieces.
Nice.
It's just money in here.
Then this next one.
For the sake of time and brevity, if you're gonna open each door and search them,
Yep.
just to make it a little bit simple.
Just tell me how much gold we get.
Should I roll an investigation or do I not need to?
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna do this a little bit easier because the circumstances has changed. So, for what you guys were seeing, so I'm doing this
Bad guys have
quickly.
managed to summon their giant fire tornado.
Basically.
Now we're fucked.
I mean, that's what we
But
thought
you do
when we saw
open
the
each
dragon.
door. You look through them. You do find a total of 34 gold pieces hidden in among the different rooms. You also find a small spattering of weapons, daggers, short swords, a few heavy picks, and that sort of things in there. But for the most part, everything looks cleaned out. Like, you can tell people were here. The beds were rumpled, and pillows and blankets have been tossed back. Most of the wicks do have a little bit of smoke off of them, as though they were doused in a hurry, probably about an hour and a half ago. But other than the gold, there's really nothing of note in these rooms.
Oh! You know what that means. Time to push down another door and get shot again.
Hellhound,
Cameron, did you get off my
not
back
really
to
in this instance.
to investigate?
Well, she might have been able
Probably
to
at
if she
some
would have
point.
thought about it.
Alright, so I'm gonna skitter up to the
more
roof.
of a spear than it would be just a crossbow bolt.
Because
No, that's cool.
yeah, no, it kind of just sounds fun to me. So
Okay, so you guys are checking the next door. The next door is locked. The double doors
Well-
over here.
Novo, it worked so well the first time.
I'm gonna check for traps again. I know how well that's been going for me before, but let's see. That'd be a 17 this time.
I still have my detect magic going for a little bit longer.
as I see her trying, looking at the door, I flatten myself up against the roof, trying not to get hit by whatever's going to come out.
So you're on the ceiling right now?
Yeah, because I'm a spider.
And is Cameron still on top of you?
No, he said he'd get off.
Okay.
I had to get off to open the door and investigate things.
Gotcha. Okay, just making sure. So yeah.
Yeah.
you are on the roof, hanging upside down right now, Blazenir. Novo, with your 17, you're examining this door, and I'm trying to find the best way to describe it. You kind of are glancing between the two doors, looking through the crack, and you can tell that there is a rope tied to the handles on the opposite side. You can see it wrapped around a little bit, and a line going up towards the ceiling.
Okay, so yeah, this one's definitely trapped.
Oh dear.
What? No way! That would blow my mind. A
You
trap?
said this is locked, right?
It is locked.
Does anybody
you,
by chance have?
You
pick
can
lock?
see through the door, yes?
She could see a little bit through the crack, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna move up to the crack in the door. And then I'm
gonna
going to
step aside
cast
as he does this.
Mage Hand through the crack.
Okay.
I'm
and
gonna back
leaving,
up.
leaving the door closed, I'm gonna have it manipulate the rope.
Okay, so you're going to have to be right up against the door, putting your eye to the crack to
Sure.
guide the hand. Now, as from what you can see, first of all, actually, go ahead and make a perception check.
Sure.
As everybody backs away very, very quickly.
Yeah, we're...
15.
Still pressed up against the roof, just like,
So your face is pressed up against the crack of the door, your eye looking through it, and you can you can see with the dark vision a bit of rope around, just directly down, or actually, your perspective is different because you're tiny. So
Yes.
you're looking up to see the handles of the door, and they're two knobs, or at least you're guessing they are because the tips is what you can see are rounded, and there is rope coiled around there. You can then see the rope going upwards towards the ceiling. So can you picture that in your head, real quick?
Yes.
Okay. So that's what you can see with your dark vision.
So I'm gonna...
You cast your mage hand, and it appears on the other side of the door because you can see that position. How are you? What are you doing with the mage hands?
I'm gonna try and uncoil the rope from the doorknob. Like if it was like wrapped around, I'm gonna go the other direction with it.
Okay, so you're grasping at one of the ropes and trying to pull at it. Is that what you're doing?
More like you said it was coiled around the doorknob.
It is coiled, and you reach out with your mage hand and grasp onto it and kind of tug at it a little bit with the mage hand, and you can feel resistance as though it's been tied.
Oh, okay.
Cameron, I have an idea.
Yes.
Step back, because I have a feeling doing that is probably going to activate it. So if I peer through the crack in the door, can I see the floor?
Make a perception check, because as now Fantine is putting her head to the door and looking through the crack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll back up so she can see.
A 12.
You can see the floor. Yeah, at least a little bit of it.
Okay.
It is stone tile. You can tell through the dark vision. You can't tell a color or anything like that, but it is a bit dusty, and you can see pebbles here and there.
Okay, I would like to crouch down to be under, like, the handle, and then I would like to use the world card to cast Misty Step to that spot in the floor that I can see.
Okay, absolutely. You focus your spell. You focus on your card, and poof, appear right here.
Sorry, your card was declined.
Oh no.
Looking up, you can see that indeed there is rope wrapped around the two handles and tied, and the rope goes up to the ceiling where they have jerry-rigged basically a giant axe with a spring with wooden beams across the ceiling, spring-loaded so that if those doors were to open or any tension were pulled on that rope, it'll release the axe, and the axe will go flying down and hit the door. And it's pretty long and pretty wide. It's bigger than a great axe. It's pretty freaky.
Everyone, step as far away from the door as you can, and as far to the side as you can.
You're saying this?
I can kind of tell the direction that the axe is going to swing, right?
Okay.
So I can see maybe it's going to go right through the middle. Tell them where to stand.
Untie the knot.
Well, yeah, but what if that activates it? So move.
Yeah.
Move anyway, and then I'll make some kind of intelligence check to see if I can suss out how this works.
Sure.
And how to pull it, but just in case I fail.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just tell you, uncoil the knot from the door and unwind it.
I'm definitely going to try. So what's that going to be, Matt? Intelligence check?
Yeah, just give me an intelligence check.
17.
Okay. So, you're looking at it, you're trying to suss it out a little bit. You can see that the rope is attached to a spring, and the spring, or not a spring, a pin, and once the pin is popped out, that's what releases the axe. Judging based on what you're guessing, if you were to cut the rope that from the door to the axe as carefully as you can, if you do it really, really gently, you might not be able to pop it. Your other option, because it's a pendulum. It goes down and it'll hit. So if you were to just stay out of the way and yank it, it would just release and go past you and hit the door.
I would
Bad,
like.
suppose.
Well, I would like to try to cut it because I have a 10-foot reach, so I can stand back a little bit. I know this is kind of a narrow hallway, but
Yeah, it is a narrow hallway, but if you were to put your back to the edge, because I mean, I'll throw something just to make it a little easier. So imagine that right there is the pendulum with the axe on it. It's right there in the center, and if the doors were to be pulled in any way, it would have released, and that went flying and hit who's ever behind the door. If you were to if you can stand to the side, because I mean you're not taking up the full 5 feet, you're pretty skinny. Stand to the side against the wall and use your glaive to try to cut it. You could probably do that.
All right, everyone, have you moved out of the way?
Yes.
Because a big axe is about to come through.
Yep.
Maybe. Okay, I tried to cut it in such a way as to not trigger this big axe. So what am I doing?
You're just going to make an attack roll.
Attack roll?
Natural 1.
23.
Yeah, easy enough. You're reaching up with your glaive. You very gently just slice, and the keen edge of it cuts through the rope completely. And you do it in such a way that it pushes on the pin instead of pulls it, and the pin stays in place, and the rope falls down to the ground.
Sweet. I would like to see if I can unlock the door. Is there a lock on this side?
There is a lock on this side. The lock itself is just a keyhole that you can see.
Oh, so it's still broken?
Yeah, so
it's still locked,
it's still locked. You don't see a key or anything. You just see a keyhole.
Crash
Okay,
the axe through it.
Yeah, I could do... maybe I should have done that. Can I pull on the rope to make it crash?
Yeah, if you want to.
Hit the pin! Alright, I'm gonna hit the pin.
Perhaps the axe will have sufficient
Incoming!
force to break the door.
Fuck off, stealth! Go! Axe!
So yeah, you reach up one more time, grab that, flick the pin out with your glaive. The spring load shoots out. The big axe goes swinging, hitting the door with a smash, cutting through the ropes and breaking the door open completely.
Yay!
Now imagine if I had triggered that, that would have been my fate.
As this happens, and you're standing there admiring your work,
Yes.
3 javelins come flying from the door that was just open behind you and get thrown at you.
Oh, jeez. Why have you done this?
Sorry. That was accidentally 2 GM. The first throw was an 8, so that missed. Second was a 5, that missed. And the third is a 13, which I assume also missed. So you just look up as
Indeed.
3 javelins go whizzing by your head, and I need everybody to roll for initiative.
Now that's not very nice. Initiative. Ooh.
I'll just move him over to make it much easier for me to click stuff. So that I don't have to try and press him. I got a 30, Fidget got a 19.
Oh, these guys are going down.
The duergar, I assume they're used to it. They come from the Underdark.
I imagine Edmund was probably right over here. Okay, is everybody in?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So, to no one's surprise, coming right out of the gate, Cameron, you are hiding behind that door, watching as the crash happened, and as you look up after the door bursts open, you just saw 3 javelins go flying into the room that impaled somewhere right about here, I imagine.
Cool.
So, what are you wanting to do?
2, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20. So there. And then I'm gonna cast a spell.
Get him.
Do it.
I'm going to cast Gravity Sinkhole.
Nice.
It is a 20-foot radius sphere within range.
So yeah,
of a
you can
point
definitely
I
hit all
choose.
3.
Yep, it's a con save, and if they fail, it's 5d10 force damage and pulled in center of the sphere. I'm basically just gonna make it like right around here, so it's, you know, they're not really gonna be pulled anywhere.
Wow. Well, all 3 of them saved.
Why is it? Why does it say that the save 18 when my spell save DC is 16?
Oh, that is weird.
2 of
Okay,
them
so
saved.
2 of them saved. 1 of them did not.
Yeah.
We'll say probably this guy right here. So where did you want the sinkhole to be?
Just like here is fine.
Okay, so 2 of them succeed. 1 of them fails and gets pulled right about right here against the table, hitting the table to the side. He takes the
Nice.
full damage, which the full damage was
38.
38 points of damage. So you just watch as this one dwarf goes flying through the air towards this table, hits the table, and you hear a snap as his spine hits the table, and he just crumples down to the ground, crushed, dead completely by that.
The other 2 take 19.
The other 2
And
take
are
19 points of damage. The 2 of them were still hit by this gravity wave that slams them to the ground a little bit, and they're able to hold back and keep themselves upright, but it hurts. And that's 19 points of damage. Yeah, that's a lot of hit.
Oh yeah.
What level is that? Level 1?
That's level 4.
Level 4.
Level 4.
Yeah.
Nice.
I liked being a warlock, but man, it's nice to be able to be a wizard and just rip out that big dick spell once in a while, you know?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, that's it for Cameron's turn. Fantine, you're up next.
Okay. Well, seeing as they've all gotten pretty hurt, I'm just gonna run up there and whack them.
Whack him.
Hit them with the classic whack.
I do not
22
believe they
on the
yet
first
understand
one.
the gravity of their situation.
That's gonna hit.
I'm gonna do them one at a time in case they get murdered. 15
Yeah,
to
that's
this
enough.
guy.
That's enough to take out the first one.
Okay, another attack on this other guy. It's a 24
Definitely hits.
for 17.
Yeah. Running up, you slash with one swing of your glaive, twist with the other, lobbing off both of their heads in quick succession.
May I mount my broom?
I'd say yeah. You did move, so you can't move anymore.
So yeah.
But you can mount your broom.
Well, I can't move the rest of the broom's speed if I mount
Oh
it.
yeah.
Because I moved 25. So
That's
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I just want to move right here. I'm just like riding it side saddle low to the ground, like, oh, my legs hurt. Take me over here.
Yeah, because it's
I saw
only
you-
about 6 feet tall. The room itself is only 6 foot tall, so you're really skimming along. Your toes dragging against the floor, and as you come down to that area, you do see there are 3 more in there right now.
Okay, I'm going to do absolutely nothing. And my turn.
Okay, that's it for your turn. Novo, you're up next.
Okay, I'm gonna run in. About here.
Oh, hi, Novo.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and dash ahead just a little bit further. It's right about there, just to act as kind of a shield. And then
Okay.
I can't really do anything else, so that's
Okay,
it.
that's it for Novo's turn. Next up, we come to with first Duergar. He's looking at you all, and he just kind of smiles and gives you this really toothy, evil grin.
Oh, you're happy.
He pulls something out of his pocket and smashes it down on the ground in front of you. And in that instant, you see a gigantic monstrosity form begin growing up out of the earth, huge and hulking, made of stone and rock. We have in front of you an earth elemental.
Can't be that huge. It's only 6 foot tall in here.
Yeah, it's kind of wedged into the space, barely able to move.
He's
but
walking on all fours.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, hello.
But he is still there.
I was wondering when our friend was going to show up.
And he is going to move back this way 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet. I think that's his movement speed. Yes. And you, Cameron, you'd be able to hear this.
Sure.
As an echo, just with your passive. What's your passive perception?
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's pretty damn high.
15.
Yeah, you would definitely be able to hear this echoing in the undercommon language. You hear the words, "Here they come." Just like that.
Here we come to wreck your day.
Fidget is up next.
He's just gonna wait.
Good enough for me. Next up, we come to Blazenir as the giant wolf spider. So what are you doing?
Alright, so is Edmund small enough to be able to ride on me?
No, you're both
No.
medium.
Okay. So I'm gonna skitter down from the roof and just kind of get next to Cameron and just kind of motion for him to hop on.
Ride me into battle.
Because I don't really want to waste my wild shape, so.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm done.
And can I hold a dash action or?
I'll allow it. Why not? You're holding a dash action for him to climb on, I guess.
Yeah. So when he gets on me, I'm gonna dart forward. Yep.
Okay. Absolutely. Next, we're going to Edmund. It's Edmund's turn next. He's
Oh,
going to
Mr.
move forward.
Coltrast, if you're nasty.
15, 20, 25,
That's cold trust to
30.
you.
So Edmund comes running around the corner, looks down and sees this massive form of stone basically blocking the path. Oh no. And he's kind of looking to everyone like, what the fuck do I do about this?
Oh, Edmund, don't be afraid. It's just a mound of rock.
Not afraid. Just a bit worried. But okay. Pulls out the wand and he's going to, let's see, I used 4 charges. So I'm going to use the last charge he can, because I think there's 6 charges in there total.
Yeah, and if you use the last one, it's when
Let me...
it might blow up. Or crumble into dust or whatever.
Yeah, is it 6 or 7 charges? I can't remember offhand.
Pretty sure it's 6.
Hold on, I'm about
70%
I'm trying to pull it. There it is. It's 7. 7 charges.
It is 7 charges? Okay.
Yarp.
You guys have a lot of shit in your party magic
Yeah.
items.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so then he's going to cast it at 2nd level. Or no, he's going to leave it, still cast it at 1st level. Save 1 extra charge.
Never know when you might need it.
Yep, so 3 bolts of magic missile come shooting out from the wand. 12 points of damage to the elemental. Three bolts slam into this rock monster, and it just looks at him. It barely even acknowledges the fact that it was hit. Next off, we come to the duergar. Duergars are going to be moving back.
Gar, Robert Gar,
Coming
William
back
Gar,
in-
but everyone just calls him Bill.
Novo, what's your passive perception?
$11.
11? Okay.
Yep.
So never mind, you did not hear anything. But that brings us to the top of the order. And because this is 6 o'clock, we are going to go ahead and end things right here.
Sure.
So we're leaving off the Debauchery Circus in a corridor with a giant earth elemental directly in front of them. And they did kill 3 of the duergar that were hiding and waiting. So they did get that, but we'll find out what happens next time. So, thank you for watching this evening. We appreciate everybody's support. Make sure you follow us here on Twitch, and I hope to see you again next Monday. So have a good night, everybody.